Cette question posée par Tsumugi sous-entendrait qu'elle s'y connaît en porno des années 80. Je dis ça, je dis rien. Bonsoir, on est là pour découvrir Chicken Police, Paint in Red, jeu d'aventure textuel dans une c'est faux dans une ambiance polar typique des années 60-70 et non pas ambiance porno des années 80. Dis donc, qu'est-ce que c'est que ces suppositions étranges? Non mais oh. Donc, jeu d'aventure dans un univers avec des animaux anthropomorphiques. Comme vous le savez, si vous suivez un peu cette chaîne, j'aime beaucoup les univers avec des animaux anthropomorphiques. Et je pense que, d'après ce que je vois sur le retour, je vais baisser le son général du jeu car le volume sonore semble un peu équivalent à celui de ma voix et ça risque de poser problème. Pourtant, je l'avais déjà baissé. Voilà. Ça devrait peut-être être mieux. J'ose espérer. On verra bien. On applique. On verra bien en jeu ce que ça donne. Mais voilà, nous sommes prêts. Il est 20h. Ah, apparemment, effectivement, c'est mieux. Il est donc l'heure de commencer Chicken Police. Paint it red. Oh yeah. Go! Cadavres sont plus lourds que les cœurs brisés. Ah, tiens.
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old.
Un vieux poulet.
My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now.
Comme tu vois, je ne peux pas faire les voix vu qu'il y a déjà un doublage.
Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too. Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement.
Photo de coquine dans ton pare-soleil. Ah, j'ai pas fait attention.
What could possibly go wrong?
Clawville, Rock District. Une gazelle.
Oh, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly
Quelque
thing in
chose
my
de
place
féminin.
for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
Ok. On fait une belle de gazelle, c'est une biche. Oh, ça y est. Ça y est, on commence déjà à se faire insulter par le chat. Bah c'est beau, tiens. C'est quoi ça? Ah, c'est pour voir les interactions possibles.
I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink.
Donc on joue un poulet alcoolique, hein. On a bien compris.
Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe
Ah, c'est moi,
nobody
ça.
ever has.
Des livres que je lirai jamais. J'en ai plein à la baraque. On va lui parler après. Hein. On va d'abord
I don't
observer un
even
petit
know
peu
where
le
the
décor.
key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever. I don't even know what these papers are.
Oh! Ah, une clope. On a trouvé une clope. Un autre.
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
Ah ouais, on sait jamais.
My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal. My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine. So I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes. Just in case.
Qu'est-ce qu'il dit? Il a un faux badge. Trouvé dans un paquet de céréales, bah dis donc. Oui, mais là, on a personne à appeler pour l'instant.
I promised myself I'd write a novel one day. I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here whether I like it or not.
Ah mais d'accord, c'est plus qu'un... Une chambre, c'est plus qu'un bureau. Ah!
The Wild Gentlemen. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground. We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight.
C'est quoi ça? C'est un perroquet qui fait de la guitare? Incroyable.
This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life, before Molly left me and took our daughter.
Un vieux poulet usurpateur, alcoolique et dépressif, c'est Disco Elysium dans une basse-cour.
The good things in life don't last long.
J'ai pas
The
encore
best
fait Disco
ones
Elysium.
always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes.
Qu'est-ce que... C'est quoi cette bestiole? Il y a un hamster qui fait de la trompette?
M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz.
No.
The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants.
Ah! Oui, des histoires, lui. Ah, mais quel con, on pouvait allumer la lumière. Oh putain, il y a un vieux hibou. Ah, il y a un petit ratanas. Bah, il y en a des piafs par ici. Hein.
Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
Castor! Où ça, il y a un castor? Ah, c'est un castor! C'est pas un vieux hamster dégueulasse, d'accord. Allez! Ah, on peut l'observer.
Who is this dame anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
Ah, c'est le réveillon.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
Bon.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
Mais le mec, il est lu dans l'animaux. Mais quoi? Regarde, on joue à un gros poulet. Un coq.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I
Juste un doigt.
don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one, and it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Ah, thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it, from the beginning.
Ah, une petite sonnette. Ah, d'accord, ok. Expéditif. C'était quoi ça? Qu'est-ce qu'on a là-dedans? Le carnet. Le carnet est le meilleur ami du détective. C'est là que vous notez les informations importantes sur l'enquête, les suspects ou les victimes, ainsi que les lieux que vous allez visiter. Comment ça marche? Clique un texte. Oh là. Traduction Google Trad. Clique un texte ou une image dans votre carnet pour voir la version traduite dans votre langue. Ah oui. Et Google Trad est ton ami. C'est une Impala. C'est une Impala. Alors, Mademoiselle Tsumugi, c'est une Impala de genre femelle. Elle fait des commissions pour son employeuse, femme raffinée, mais je crois pas qu'elle vienne du milieu aisé. D'accord. Donc c'est bien une gazelle, pardon. Alors. Non mais. Pas trop ça avant qu'on se foute de moi. C'est un bel endroit autrefois, désormais on se demande simplement qui serait prêt à mourir. Ce qui sera le premier à moisir, pardon. L'hôtel a de l'avance, mais honnêtement je suis pas loin de le rattraper. Oh la putain. Il y a de la lecture ici. Les inspecteurs poulets sont un célèbre duo de détectives. Santino Sony, Featherland et Marty McChicken. Ah la vache, c'est un menu McDo à lui tout seul. Ils sont devenus célèbres grâce à une affaire que la presse a appelée le Nouvel An Sanglant. Ils ont eu beaucoup de succès pendant 10 ans jusqu'à ce qu'une querelle dramatique mette fin à leur légende. Il existe une série de romans à leur sujet, écrite par Meredith H. Merble. 10 livres ont été publiés en 7 ans avant que, par manque d'intérêt du public, la série ne disparaisse, comme les inspecteurs poulets eux-mêmes. Ah, c'est triste. Closeville est une ville-État depuis plus de 900 ans. Lors de la fondation de la ville, 4 nations ont réuni leurs forces, représentées par 4 silhouettes d'animaux et leurs 4 mains sur le blason de Closeville. En réalité, l'alliance tribale des reptiles et les clans des insectes avait également joué un rôle crucial dans la fondation de la ville. On va voir des insectes humanoïdes, c'est dégueulasse, mais ils n'ont jamais pu être représentés sur le blason. Cela a donné naissance à un antagoniste politique et culturel entre les espèces. L'antagonisme, pardon. Closeville a conservé son autonomie politique et fait perdurer le rêve d'un état unique dans la contrée sauvage où prédateurs et proies, quelle que soit leur race, peuvent vivre en paix. D'où son nom de ville aux 1000 couleurs. Rigolo le jeu de mots, close et serre en anglais, oui c'est exactement. Comme celle des rapaces, eh oui. Un mec mouche, j'en rêve. Ah. Trois dieux sont vénérés dans la plupart des régions de la contrée sauvage. Ce sont les grands anciens qui forment la sainte trinité de la création, la destruction et le silence. Ariti est la déesse de la création Plapti est le seigneur de la destruction et Nkaviti est l'esprit sans genre du signal et du néant. Vache. Garant de l'équilibre entre la création et la destruction dans leur conflit éternel. Rang détective Blanc-Bec. Ah bon. Ok. Ah, c'était les stats, d'accord, ok. Bah d'accord. Ça c'est quoi? Ah oui, c'est les objets qu'on a sur nous. C'est là que vous stockerez tous les objets essentiels de l'enquête. Je sais pas si une clope c'est vraiment essentiel.
Ironic, but ever since I've been on furlough, with only my fake badge sitting in my cabinet, I feel more like a cop than I ever had before. More like a Clawville cop, anyway. I haven't dusted you off in a while, partner. Looks like I may be needing you now.
Eh bah, ils sont rayés. Alors, bah du coup, on leur parle.
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats, exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
Des questions de routine. Ah bah pourquoi il me fait pas les poser direct? Ah! Concentre-toi sur ce que tu sais du suspect. Est-ce qu'il ou elle a l'air louche? Ah! Concentre-toi là-dessus. Alors, sujet John Doe. Ceci pas l'air suspect. Je dois me concentrer là-dessus. Une bien belle manière d'enquêter. On récolte des impressions en parlant au sujet. Au suspect, putain mais merde. C'est la fatigue. Chaque impression donne accès à une nouvelle question. La jauge de détective est ta meilleure amie, elle t'indique comment se déroule l'interrogatoire, garde-la du côté positif. Oh là! Ah! Ah putain la gueule qu'il a de face. Alors, qui êtes-vous au juste, mademoiselle? Oui.
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
Il pourrait faire peur de face, oui.
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
Je sois prudent, je la joue fine, cette femme a l'air timide. Quand il est réparti, je dois faire très attention à ce que je lui dis. Il faudrait que faudrait pas l'effrayer, on va commencer doucement et quand on sera bon, on ira plus fort. Bah du coup, on va lui poser des questions simples.
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills, Flowerville, maybe.
Look, I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my employer and not on personal business.
Titre. C'était quoi le qui concernait le titre?
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try a different approach. Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but but I still have common sense.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also important to you.
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
Pour l'instant, c'est bien. Au moins, vous venez de Cloville. On va commencer doucement, quand le moment sera bon, on ira plus fort. Ah oui, c'est vrai, j'avais pas tilté.
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she
Ça, c'est un
really
chat,
has
ça.
to.
Katzenko, ça sent le personnage de chat.
How so?
Ah bah voilà.
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that. How did you get this address?
You know, my mistress has exceptional connections.
Oui.
If they were so exceptional, she wouldn't have chosen me.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Detective. You are the head of the famous chicken police, am I right?
Was it a raccoon with a scarred face called Zip who recommended me? He hates me.
No, Mr. Featherland. I don't know anyone like that.
Lucky for you, Deborah. What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help, just like my mistress said.
Oh, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like this?
Someone reliable.
Well, I am reliable.
And discreet.
That's right.
And thorough.
No question about that.
And has a heart of gold.
Okay, let's stop it right there.
Ah. J'aime bien le système, pour l'instant. Faut pas non plus trop l'effrayer. Débusquer ce qu'elle cache. Je vais demander si elle a des ennuis.
Are you in some sort of jam?
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things better left unsaid.
Then you're wasting my time.
I trust your instincts. You'll manage it.
Yeah, and I have no other choice, right?
To be honest, no, Mr. Featherland. Not really.
Continue à être dans le positif quand même. Hein.
Have you ever felt truly vulnerable?
Honestly, very often, Mr. Featherland.
En même temps, c'est une gazelle, donc oui, je pense que oui, effectivement, elle se sent.
Great, because that's exactly how I feel right now, Deborah.
I'm sorry if it's too unpleasant for you, but we had no one else to turn to.
You know, I get that a lot, and it never ends well.
Do you like happy endings?
Not in books or movies, but in real life it would be nice for a change. But this is Clawville. Not many happy endings around here.
I knew you were romantic at heart.
If what's between me and my whiskey could be called romance, then yes, maybe
alcoolique.
a little.
Ah, a perdu 10 points. La DA est cool, la musique est sympa, ouais, je suis bien d'accord. Le doublage est cool aussi, hein. Pour l'instant, sur ces deux personnages-là, en tout cas.
If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this?
But, Mr. Featherland,
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I'm way too old for this game.
please, just think again. For me and my mistress's sake.
Oh, moins 40. Vache.
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Smart answer.
Bah, je pense que c'est la dernière question.
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him.
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
Ah.
Exactly.
Oh, un gros ratanas. Un gros ratanas. Oh, il sort avec le chat.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Poulet rôti. What? Question posée 11. Précision de focus 40%. Ah bah je suis totalement nul. Pas mauvais, pas bon non plus, pas mal pour un bleu, mais tu peux faire mieux. Ah d'accord. Reprends-toi la prochaine fois et sois attentif à tous les signes. Concentre-toi, Sony. Ok, indice important, la tendre moitié de Natasha, l'employeuse, n'est autre que le célèbre criminel Ibn Wessler. Voilà, donc ça c'est l'info qu'on n'a pas loupé, hein, heureusement. Même si je pense qu'on était obligé de la prendre. Ok. On va pas s'emmerder à réessayer. Hein. Patronne de Déborah Evinez, mystérieuse messagère, est une certaine Natasha Katzenko. Okay. Ah, du coup, ça remet un petit peu à jour les fiches personnages. Elle a peur, elle est mystérieuse, ou alors elle est juste mystérieuse, mais elle a de sacrés talents d'actrice. C'est un rat husky. D'accord. La dernière fois que t'as affirmé un truc, je te rappelle que t'as eu tort. Hein. Donc, pour l'instant, je me méfie. Un Natasha Katzenko. C'est un chat. Ça, on avait compris. Hein. Les yeux sont d'un vert profond. Elle est clairement en danger, et moi aussi d'ailleurs. Ok. Un gros rat. Un rat. Un ratus. Particularité, beau, charismatique et surtout une saleté de gangster. Ah. L'un des gangsters les plus connus de Clowville, mania de l'immobilier, directeur de banque, propriétaire d'un musée, producteur d'alcool, contrebandier et courtier en information. Eh ben putain. C'est que la moitié de tout ce que j'ai entendu sur lui. Il est impliqué dans tout ce qui touche la pègre dans cette ville. Ah. C'est pas très rond. Oui.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints. You know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
Il nous a filé une brochure.
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
Voilà, un accent russe.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames, like an eternally dark hole in the wall, a missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby, the waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
C'est très bien écrit. Hein.
Mr. Featherland?
Ah, il est choqué, il est perturbé. Oh!
Santino, are you all right?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail?
Les énormes
Don't
yeux.
play innocent with me.
But
All right. When can I visit?
visit? Me?
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko. But there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Comment ça marche la lecture auto?
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20
That's about
years
it.
experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Oh! Un lapinou! Un lapinou! Lapinou! C'est qui ce personnage? Lapinou! Ah! On trouverait Natacha au tsar. Natacha doit connaître ma femme Molly. Peut-être qu'elle a de très bons informateurs. Je dois trouver quel est le lien. Il est où Lapinou? Il est à Lapinou. Possède le tsar, oui donc ça d'accord. Oh! Lewis C. Hayworth. Un bon gros lapinou. Un vieil ami, il bégait beaucoup quand il parle. Ah bah c'est un lapinou. Hein. Lewis est le propriétaire de l'hôtel Atlas. Parfois réputé, c'est aussi un vieil ami. Et mon propriétaire actuel, on vit tous les deux seuls dans cet énorme hôtel. Il adore les histoires policières et il me donne toujours volontiers un coup de main quand j'ai besoin de lui. Le numéro de Lewis est 555 932. Ah oui, donc c'est là qu'on se trouve en fait, c'est à l'hôtel, d'accord. L'un des nightclubs les plus connus en ville, cet endroit est fréquenté par les jolies poupées et les gros durs. Il est de notoriété publique que les policiers n'y sont pas servis, sauf les plus corrompus. Et bah... On a encore des trucs à lui dire.
Mr. Feather...
Ah non.
Sonny.
Don't mention it.
I'm sorry, I don't smoke.
Thought so.
Eh bien, fini.
I need a sec.
Fais voir. On va appeler Lewis. Ah! Faut... C'est combien? Attends, fais voir par curiosité. C'est quoi si on appelle les flics? Il faut retenir les numéros, dis donc. C'est quoi si on appelle les flics?
Nothing. Forget it.
C'était quoi le numéro de Lewis déjà? Zéro mémoire. Lapinou 555 932. Il est drôné sous le... Quand j'étais petit, j'ai connu les téléphones comme ça, cadran, c'est rigolo.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask.
Ah oui, il a
if you're
pinou.
not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Yes.
Lewis
il est
arrived
déjà
a
là.
few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
Pas moi, seulement on jouait les téléphones à cadran. D'accord, téléphone à cadran, j'imagine que tu parles. Et non pas des lapinous. Lapinous.
The good old rabbit. I can always count on him, even on New Year's Eve.
Lewis.
Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Un bon gros lapinou.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
On va chercher le deuxième poulet. Marty. Comment qu'on sort?
My bedroom.
On fait voir. Gilet de la police, le hachoir raviante. C'est ici sur la map. Ah oui, d'accord. Type de scène. Alors, scène principale. Les scènes principales font progresser l'histoire. Ces scènes déterminent également les lieux. Sont ouverts ou fermés. Elles doivent toutes être complétées si vous voulez finir le jeu. D'accord. Scène limitée. Les scènes limitées sont disponibles pour une durée limitée, déterminée par la progression dans l'histoire principale. Si vous êtes du genre à tout compléter, assurez-vous de toutes les voir avant de passer à la prochaine scène principale. D'accord. Scène bloquée. Les scènes bloquées ne sont pas disponibles pour le moment. Le statut changera fréquemment selon la progression dans l'histoire et peut être temporaire ou permanent. Laissez la prochaine scène principale si vous êtes totalement sûr de ne plus pouvoir visiter l'une des scènes limitées disponibles. Vous pourrez peut-être plus les voir ensuite. D'accord. Bah écoute, il n'y a que ça. Il n'y a que ça. Pourquoi ça zoome de manière inquiétante sans s'arrêter? Allez hop, on y va.
It was New Year's Eve, and I was driving, half drunk,
C'est pas bien ça.
risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't
C'est le
feel
générique.
any different. Every day was the same. And the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music. The 9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly. Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
Goddamn night. Chapitre 1. Et tout.
I knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called The bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
C'est vraiment Disco Elysium. Ben, va vraiment falloir que je le fasse, Disco Elysium, hein, du coup. Oh, un porc épique. Et ça, je sais pas ce que c'est encore. Oh, bah, ça a l'air d'être un petit hérisson, de petit hérisson, petit
Back in the
hérisson.
day, I used to patrol the city's streets in one of these. I don't miss it, but it used to have its advantages.
L'ambiance est top, hein. Vraiment l'ambiance polar et tout. Vraiment cool. Trous causés par des balles. Donc des trous de balles, quoi. En mauvais jeu de mots.
This happened when that old bloodhound, Bloodboil, was promoted to chief of police.
Le chef de la police, c'est un gros dogo. C'est un gros dogo, meilleur jeu du monde. Oh!
Every time this poster disappears, good old Bloodboil puts it right back immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times already. Actually, it's a kind of passive-aggressive game for us with the chief.
Un bon gros
I'm
dogo.
sure it's Bloodboil himself taping back the torn-off posters, like some maniac. He must have a dozen of those things in his bag for emergencies. I'm sure it's Blood...
Mais non, c'est bon, on a déjà vu. Vous êtes qui, monsieur, dame? Ah, on peut pas parler au porc-épic.
Phyllis and Roy's. 2 hedgehogs with an
C'est deux
arrogance
hérissons.
typical of novice cops. They're as prickly as they look. Officious little shitheads, but harmless.
De tête de con zélé? What?
The bullet
Redis-moi
hole
ça.
in my crest is worth more than these 2 combined.
Ah, il peut dire
The
plusieurs
bullet
choses.
hole in my crest.
D'accord.
Well, look at that.
Pour cette voix.
Hey, Sonny, what you scratching at over here? I heard the big boss threw you out.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Un peu facho l'affiche. Oui, ça faisait un petit peu.
Hey, you don't have to be so
Design,
petty, short bud. By the way,
je sais pas ce que tu veux dire.
you're on luck. Bloodboil's not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it.
You looking for Marty, eh?
Ah oui, il a un trou là, ici, là. Sur la crête. Pauvre petit poulet.
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
I see you're still the funny guy round here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As always.
Hey,
Stand de tir,
boys,
d'accord.
I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
I'd love to see that.
Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
Ah. Et rentrons.
Here we are again, Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some insane cult's secret hideout over the years. Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages, and some drunk pigs in the basement.
Au sens littéral ou pas? Parce que vu qu'on est dans un univers d'animaux. Oh! 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 Des animaux partout! Il en peut plus.
Marty drinks this shit. I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure it's gross and probably toxic. Honor, strength, unity. For the love of the wild gods, I'm gonna be sick.
Eh non. Ah, je tente de tirer par là, d'accord. Monica.
Monica Rosen. Receptionist in theory, but in reality, she's doing literally everything around here. Like the beating heart of the PD. She's too good for this place, even for this city.
Le son du jeu est pas trop fort, là, j'ai l'impression que c'est encore fort quand même.
Hey, Monica.
Hey, Boss Bird. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be celebrating somewhere?
Every day's a holiday since I got out of here.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for a file? You know, I'm a
Schnauzer
little
et un
busy right
boxeur.
now.
Ouais, je les ai reconnus.
Yeah, you could look after a few
Schnauzer, je savais pas
things
que ça
for
s'appelait
me,
comme ça.
but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak McChicken
Une
himself.
bonne petite bécasse.
Those two prickly assholes told me he's emptying the magazines in the hole.
C'est marrant parce que il y a vraiment que que la tête hein, qui est animalier. Hein. Le reste, c'est totalement humain.
Like always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo. So it would be nice if you drag him out of there. You know how this day is for him.
For him?
You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so just sign here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mention it, Boss Bird.
D'accord, on était obligé de lui parler. Donc voilà qui est fait du coup. Oh la vache! Ces personnages là, faut quand même leur parler avant de lire leur fiche, non? Morte, Bosco, agent Barkman, Bark. C'est les aboiements en anglais, les bark. Bark, bark, bark. Agent Jardine. Ah, d'accord. C'est rigolo les petits jeux de mots.
Mort Mardigan, a notorious deadbeat. Poor guy's been blind since his teenage years, but that doesn't stop him from running into trouble. What the cluck did he do this time? Mort, you scabbiest beast. What the hell did you do?
Ah, la langue qui sort.
It's Morty to you, sonny boy. Everything's fine. There was just a bit of trouble in the bar, and someone got knocked on the head with a glass. It wasn't my fault. I'm as blind as a bat, am I right?
Did that ever bother you, Morty?
Listen, sonny boy. Go tell them to leave me alone, eh? It's New Year's Eve after all, and I didn't even do anything wrong. Not that wrong.
Where's your little lapdog to get you out of this mess? Is that little pimp of a midget still sniffing around you?
Jesse is a good boy, Sonny. And he's good to me, believe me.
Oh, God, spare me the details. When will you finally realize that little shit's been using you?
Oh, of course he's using me. What could a pretty boy like him want from this old monster, eh? Still, Sonny, I have no one else. Do you understand that?
Even you deserve better, pal. By the way, you look horrible, even for yourself. Are you feeling okay?
Well, I'm not what I used to be. But neither are you, judging from your voice. But I'm seeing a doctor, sonny boy. I really am.
Don't need to, Mort. I'm fine. Anyway, if Bubo prescribed you something, don't even think about taking it.
I don't talk to that
Oh.
insane owl.
Damn right.
C'est un hibou docteur.
Please, say something on my behalf, okay? I really don't have time for this detective buffalo shit.
Hey, careful with that. Buffalo Malloy is the chief today.
Like I care.
I'll try to speak for you, but keep it down till then, okay? You don't need this shit, and I don't.
Sonny boy, you've always been a good friend.
More like a clucking pigeon.
Ok. Il est le temps de parler au dogu. À Bosco.
Detective Chowhound Bosco.
Quel
He
déci.
thinks he's a real alpha, but nah, he's just a lapdog.
Holy wild ones, look what the cat dragged in.
Cette tête extraordinaire. Ah, il a du poil aux pattes.
Hello to you too, Bosco. I see you're busy as always.
Il est un petit peu débraillé aussi. Hein.
I've been sniffing around one of the rundown joints. You know how it goes. And boom, this son of a lizard comes flying out the window. I didn't know the lizards could fly. So, Mort was being a bad boy again. Nothing
Un bad
unusual.
boy.
And you? Still dying?
I'm still a cop for another 121 days, Bosco. It's as unpleasant to me as it is to you.
All right. No need to bite. I wasn't trying to mess with you. You have Moses and Plato for that. And of course, Blood Boil.
Let's hope I won't run into any of them tonight.
Looking for Marty, eh? Ever since you left, he's kinda lost. He's trying to hide it. But
Well, I don't think we'll have a teary reunion, thinking about how we parted.
let me give you some advice, Sonny. Let him rage. He'll be the same after that. Anyway, he was the one that shot you, right? You should be mad.
Ah, c'est lui qui nous a troué la crête là.
It's not that simple, Bosco, but we'll see how he reacts. Thanks.
Je me suis fait trouer la crête.
No worries, pal.
One of Blood Boil's favorites, mainly because he's a dog, of course.
Ah, on peut pas lui parler. Ah, mais oui, d'accord, oui, je suis con, il y a des symboles de. Oui, c'est pareil.
Officer Jardine. They say she's clever, smart, and dangerous. We need more of her kind in here.
Ok. Bon, bah, go le stand de tir alors. Ah, mais non.
I'm really not in the mood to meet Deputy Malloy or any of my ex-colleagues from the Predatory Division.
Ok, on a tout vu. Blason, Bosco. C'est bon, allez hop, on va au stand de tir. Cache-moi tout ça là.
This is gonna be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a smoking gun in his hand and I was bleeding. I don't know how we can get past that, but it's worth a try.
Ah oui. Il est là! Le bon gros poulet. Marty. Mon pote Marty. Hein? C'est quoi ça? Un petit peu sexiste.
Long thighs and a big gun. That's Marty's idea of a perfect woman. Can't blame him for it.
De longues cuisses. Ah, bah dis donc. Ah, forcément, hein, ambiance. Ambiance années 60, quoi. 60-70. Ah, on peut allumer la lumière. Oh! On peut s'entraîner. Comment ça, obtient un indice? Oh! Oh putain. Tiens! Mon gros ratanas! Merde. Non, il est gentil, lui. On aura loupé une cible. Hein. Non! Aïe 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 aïe. Aïe aïe. Oh! J'ai shooté un gentil. J'ai tué un innocent. Oh non! J'ai tué un innocent, Marty. On quitte. Puis comme ça, des conneries. Oh!
Claudia. Tiny, dark, and angry, and hits you where it hurts the most.
Ils donnent des noms à leurs armes.
I know her well. Marty calls her Susie, and I have to say, this little she-devil pulled us out of many tough situations over the years.
C'est quoi ça?
I believe this piece is forbidden. Cops can't use it, but this is Marty's personal collection, so it doesn't matter. At least nobody has ever complained. Her Majesty Big Bertha. Or rather, Big Bertha 2, because there was one before her, a sawed-off little broad, but we lost her in a swamp. Marty cried for a week. But once he saw this giant lady here, the balance of the universe was restored.
Donner un nom aux armes sérieux, bah oui, il y en a. Ah, c'est comme ça.
I was just about to go when you came in, so if you want shooting practice, maybe turn on the lights first.
You're right. I'm gonna do that.
Mais on veut lui parler d'abord. Mais non! On veut lui parler. Marty!
Marty looks good. Big and loud and angry as always.
Marty, notre pote. Notre bro.
Hey, Marty.
Putain, les chicken cops, c'est nous!
Oh, well, look who's here. Hello, Boss Bird. What, are you
Boss Bird.
lost? This is the PD building, you know?
Cut the shit, Marty. We're better than this.
Well, at least you are. Better than anyone, huh?
Marty, come on, let's forget that. What's...
Easy for you to say, Sonny.
Damn it, Marty, you shot me, remember? I almost bled to death.
Merde. Au lieu de merde. J'avais pas tilté. Trop fort.
Hell yeah, I remember. Unfortunately, my aim wasn't good enough.
I need your help, okay? That's what you want to hear.
Well, it's a start.
Okay, I've said it. I won't do it again.
Yeah, right.
So, are you in? Just for tonight. Small case. We'll wrap it up in no time.
What kind of case?
A personal one.
How personal?
Very. The kind of case where if you come with me right now, you're not on duty anymore.
Ooh, damn, Sonny, stop it right there. I'm in.
Ah bah dis donc, il aime le risque.
That's it?
Do you know how boring life is here without your stupid, reckless shit? Soon enough, I'll shoot all the ammo in here out of boredom. Right, so, tell me.
I'll tell you in the car.
Ooh, can I bring Bertha?
Ah, for the love of... Marty, this is a routine case. You can't bring your shotgun, okay? Bertha stays.
Okay. But at least Susie can come, right?
All right, Susie can come.
That's what I want to hear.
On a un nouveau objet. Il brille. Rien de nouveau. Alors. Oh la vache. Ah, il y a un nouveau truc là. Mon pote, c'est un coq. On est équipier depuis 10 longues années. Enfin, on était équipier parce que maintenant il m'aide officieusement jusqu'à ce que je résolve l'affaire. Marty a le sang chaud et le point dur, mais il reste royal jusqu'à la fin. Je peux compter sur lui pour n'importe quoi, surtout si il implique des armes. Traduction, c'est pas ça, hein. C'est dans ces moments-là qu'il révèle sa vraie nature, et c'est là que j'aimerais pas être sur son chemin. Pas une nouvelle fois en tout cas. Quelques petits ratés, ouais, non mais... Trad. Déjà vu ça, pourquoi tu brilles? Oh, qui pique. Ah, il donne pas la race. C'est un chien, quoi. D'accord. Grand et con. Un peu comme mon partenaire Marty. Sauf que Rogue, ça n'a pas un bon cœur, lui. Rigolo. Ah, c'est un colibri, c'est pas une bécasse. Oh là 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 là. Encore un échec. Là, mais le cœur de Cloville. À présent, c'était comme le sucre de mon café amer du matin. Ah, c'est mignon. Zut, encore trompé. Je me disais bien que ça ressemblait à un colibri, mais je l'ai pas dit. Un bon gros varan. Il est vieux, aveugle. Une épave sans espoir de rédemption. Bah d'accord. Un bon gros... Un salopard de voleur. Ah oui. Il a beau rien voir du tout, ça reste une des plus grosses crapules que la ville ait jamais connues. Ouais, tu peux être un bon gars. Ah oui, mais bon. Ça peut être un bon gars, mais bon, c'est un salopard de voleur. Donc, ah, c'est compliqué. Mais il s'est perdu en cours de route et maintenant il est trop vieux pour la rédemption. Il y a eu une bagarre au club de Morte, se trouvait, quelle surprise, c'est un vieil ami, je peux peut-être plaider en sa faveur. Ah, c'est peut-être de la quête annexe ça. Mais du coup, il y a des quêtes annexes, c'est rigolo. Un hérisson. C'est bien ce qui me semblait. Un gros dogo. Le chef. Ah, du coup, c'est le docteur, hein, c'est un hibou. Ok. Mo, c'est un renard des sables du Tibet et Plateau est un chat de palace. Oh! Il y a un chat de palace. Ce sont de vieux rivaux de Sonny et Marty qui travaillent dans la brigade des homicides de Cloville. Il est où? Ah, il est où? Comment il s'appelle? Plateau? Il est où, Plateau? Plateau! Il est où?
Hey, Marty, what about Laura? How come she didn't eat you yet?
Yeah, very funny. We're good, by the way. Mostly. As good as we can be after all these years.
Un renard du Tibet.
Glad to hear it.
Et il y en a un.
She asks a lot
Le
about
pote
you.
du chat de palace. Ah! Meilleur duo!
Really?
Yeah. She always hated you for getting me into trouble all the time.
Understandable.
But she also felt sorry for
Oh, well, thanks. That's much better.
If I'm honest with you, she loved the chicken police Marty better than this one.
Well, I think I'll take that as a compliment.
Whatever, Sonny.
Non.
So, Sonny,
The pellets tore my
En
right
fait, il y a
hip
plein de
to
dialogues.
pieces. So yes, the doctor says I'll limp forever.
good to hear that.
Fuck off.
Ah! Pas très gentil.
Still drink coffee?
Yeah, my only poison. Except for guns, of course. And women.
We could visit our old haunt. What do you think?
Ils vivent au même endroit, oui. Ah!
Oh, a nice cup of Zips coffee and the hop dog. I'm in. Oh, and maybe we'll get into a little fight too, huh?
If it comes to that, I'm leaving you without a blink.
Oh, on va voir un
Oh,
ton
yeah,
laveur.
like last time?
Those were different times, Marty, with a different Sonny.
Well, all right. To the city then.
You don't have to come with me, you know.
Okay, I know. Let's go. Sonny, there's a little problem.
Not so little, and it smells too. What the furry hell is Blood Boil doing here?
Well, it seems we can't avoid speaking to him.
Oh, yes, we can. You have your rifle with you, right?
What?
Just kidding. Sort of.
Oh! Il est là! Ah! Il est là! Il est là! Un bon gros dogo! Qu'est-ce qu'il veut encore, lui, là?
I see you're swamped, buddy.
I've sent the old lizard away. I don't need him to foul the air anymore. I hate his kind anyway.
Renard,
Because
lui.
he's a reptile.
No, because he's a good-for-nothing piece of shit.
No, yeah,
Un
that's true.
Saint-Hubert.
And you letting off some steam?
Something like that. We'll go and check out some seedy joint. We're cops, after all, ain't we? And then...
That's true, pal. Protect and serve.
Yeesh, get a room, you two.
Ah.
Shut up, Marty.
Pas mal ça, on peut en apprendre plus sur... Ah, on peut lui demander un truc. Ah!
What have you heard about the hop dog? Is it still standing?
Yeah, it is. But I don't frequent that neighborhood. You shouldn't either. Things have escalated there recently.
Pas mal, ça permet d'en apprendre
What
plus.
do you
et tout.
know about Ibn Wessler? What's the old rat been up to lately?
Il faut vraiment parler au
They say
maximum
he's
de
keeping
persos
a pretty low
pour
profile these days.
obtenir des
But he's been
indices.
seen in the company of the Attorney General.
Attorney General Hamtaro, eh? That's interesting. Thanks.
Alors, si le procureur général Hamtaro est un hamster, meilleur jeu du monde. Juste pour le clin d'œil, meilleur jeu du monde.
Why are you so interested in that rat?
Ah non, c'est un rat.
You want another hole in your comb? I could help you too, you know.
It's just professional curiosity.
Yeah.
Vachement bien ce jeu. Bah, tu comprends maintenant pourquoi il m'intéressait depuis un petit moment. Et moi, je suis un bébé labrador tout doux.
Whoa, you forgot to mention this nugget about the case, Sonny. Ibn Clucking Wessler? What the hell did you get into?
Far as I remember, you didn't let me tell you in the first place. Well, you're in now. No way back.
You're a piece of shit, Sonny, you hear me?
Fils
What's
de
this all
poussin.
about?
What?
Easy, chicken. I'll tell you everything soon enough. Let's...
If I already told you it's a pleasure working with you again?
No, but that's always good to hear, partner.
Fils de poussin. Va te faire pondre. Va te faire pondre. Extraordinaire. Extraordinaire ces insultes. Va te faire pondre, quoi. La vache. C'est violent. Il y avait encore un autre truc à lui demander. Hein.
Why is it so quiet in here? Shouldn't it be a madhouse by now?
The midnight madness is yet to come, Sonny. Just wait for it.
My time's too valuable for that, pal.
Pen clocking, ouais.
And you're trespassing. Rules of suspension, remember? I can see you're up to no good.
Who, us? Ridiculous.
If you say so. But I advise you to keep it low. Especially you, Sonny. How many days do you have until retirement?
121. 120 soon.
Don't be a knucklehead and get yourself fired.
Thanks for your eternal wisdom, Bosco. I'm definitely coming to you again next time.
Ok. Il a plus rien à dire.
I see blood boils here. We're in deep guano for sure, Marty.
Deep guano.
Isn't it your lucky day, huh?
We? Excuse me, sir, but what do you mean?
Great wilderness. Just keep a low profile, will you? It's New Year's Eve. We have enough dangerous lunatics running around already.
Don't worry, Chowhound. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, of course you do. That's what I'm afraid of.
Putain, mais voilà, encore un dialogue qui nous a donné un truc, quoi. Il nous a donné un truc dans le codex. C'est dingue. District des cordonniers. Également appelé la Ruche, ou Cafard City, faisait autrefois partie de la ville, mais c'est devenu un ghetto délimité par des murs dans lesquels 98% des insectes sont forcés de vivre. Les émeutes dans la Ruche sont à l'heure actuelle la plus grande menace sur la ville. Elles ont déjà quasiment conduit la ville-État au bord de la guerre civile à de nombreuses reprises. Eh bah... Altera, continent à deux têtes, n'est peut-être que le deuxième plus grand des trois continents de la contrée sauvage, mais il abrite les états les plus avancés et influents du monde, tels que Nautica, le Tsara de Stowo, Aviria, Vilésia et Swolasso. Vlavozlaya, ou l'Empire de Front, et bien sûr Cloville, la ville aux mille couleurs. D'accord. Ah, du coup, ça c'est le bar où on va aller là. Ok. Encore eu du développement de personnages, c'est ouf ça. Oh! Raton. Un bon gros raton. Alors, est-ce que ça va encore débloquer des trucs? Mais c'est dingue, j'y vais. Je crois pas.
I wanted to ask you this for so long. Can I pet you? Just a little?
Je pourrais te caresser juste un peu.
One more word. Bite off your arm.
Oh, hey, easy. I'm just kidding.
Guys, I'm really gonna miss this when I retire.
Alors.
The chief doesn't seem to be in a good mood, but he never is actually.
Eh ben, tu vois, dans Chicken Police, on peut pas pet the dog.
What a surprise. The two pigeons back together.
Les deux pigeons.
My permission, of course.
Chief Bloodboil.
Damn.
What was that, Santino?
Nothing, sir. What a lovely evening. Am I
I
right?
don't want to hear your crowing, Santino. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, careful with the racist barking, old hound.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. Can we just skip this part? It's new.
And you're on duty, if I'm not mistaken, Martin. Where do you think you're going?
That's it, boss. To serve and protect. Sonny was in the neighborhood and stopped by to say hi. He's a cop too, right?
Only on paper, and you know that very well, Detective.
I don't want any trouble, boss. I just wanted to say hi to Monica, and then this feather pillow showed up. I invited him to grab a quick coffee. You can allow him that much, can't you?
Your coffee breaks usually end up in shooting or brawling, chickens.
Oh, just a coffee, boss. I swear. Oh, have a heart. It's New Year's Eve and I haven't seen my old partner for so long.
How touching. You shot him with a shotgun, if I remember.
Family quarrel.
For all the marrow bones of the world,
Jeu de l'année
get the
2022.
hell out of my sight.
Ah, il est sorti l'année dernière. Chicken Police.
Have a lovely evening, boss.
You
Ou
especially
alors tu veux dire jeu de l'année dans mon bilan.
now, Santino.
Ah, on peut pas l'interroger lui par contre.
What is it, Santino?
Nothing, sir.
And you,
No, sir.
then get out of my sight, bird.
Les osios.
Can't avoid speaking with the chief first. And it would be nice to say goodbye to Monica, too.
Parler au chef. Et il est là le chef. C'est bon. Si tu veux dire au revoir à Monica, moi aussi, y a pas de souci.
We're leaving, sweetheart.
Stay safe, boys. I'm glad to see you two together again.
Avec ses petites lunettes.
I'm afraid you're alone with that.
Hey, don't make me change my mind.
You won't, Marty. I bet you can't wait to get mixed up in some serious trouble again.
Yep, that's true.
I'm serious, boys. Be careful out there.
We're big birds, Monica. We can take care of ourselves. Mostly.
Okay, but take care of each other, too.
Will do, Monica.
Yes, ma'am.
Ok. On peut partir maintenant. Ah oui. Ah, il y a un truc limité là-bas. Hey! Ah mais d'accord, c'est comme ça que ça marche. Ah d'accord. Aller boire un café, c'est un truc limité. Y a quoi à faire là-bas?
Yeesh. My condolences, pal. I see your cleaning lady died.
Yeah, she set foot in the bedroom once. I haven't seen her since. I didn't dare to go after her.
Oh, I wouldn't want to go in there either. But what's that smell?
Cigarettes and whiskey.
Yeah, with a hint of dirty laundry, but no, this is lavender?
Ah, that. Now that's got to be the Ibanez dame. You know, the broad who gave me the letter. And the job, obviously.
Ah, pretty, huh? I can smell it. She's an exotic, too.
Ah oui, il a du nez quand
An
même.
impala, maybe?
Il a du nez, il est plus doué que Tsum. Rien qu'à la odeur, il reconnaît lui.
Furry hell. That's why Chief Inspector Bloodboil hates you so much. He's jealous because your nose is better than a clucking bloodhound.
The bitter old dog. He just hates all foul.
Ah, true. Except for Monica.
Monica's a fairy, not a bird. So, what
C'est attaque gratuite.
Well, let's gather my stuff and head to the club. We gotta find out who this Natasha is and what she wants from us. I mean, what she really wants.
Non, non, on va aller boire un café.
After you, Boss Bird. I wouldn't like to touch anything in here anyway. If it's okay, I'll just stand around and...
Sure, just do it quietly. Just a bunch of useless crap in there.
Prendre ses affaires, mais on a déjà tout pris en fait.
Have you started on your great...
I've already started working on my will, but I realized I'd have to leave everything to you.
Pity. I've always wanted a chicken coop smelling like old socks and bourbon.
You'll have to earn it first, Marty. My wife took all the good ones. She knew they'd only gathered...
Oui, parce que du coup, on n'a rien à prendre en fait.
Maybe in another lifetime, old bird.
On va aller dans la chambre, j'imagine.
I'm gonna clean...
It would be best to board it up. It'd go well with this rundown.
It may be run down, but somehow I still feel like it's...
Sure.
Believe me, Marty, I thought about it.
Why am I not surprised?
Mais en fait, du coup, il n'y a rien à faire. Ici. Un enfoiré de raciste, mais bon. Ah, le chef des flics. On avait bien compris, il a pas l'air d'aimer les oiseaux. Autant dire que c'est pas un goût de dogo. Ah bah voilà, du coup oui, on a fait ce qu'on avait à faire ici alors. C'est juste pour faire un petit dialogue.
The hot dog was like the last warning. You can still turn back. My eyes lingered on the sign. An enormous dog. Like a neon god with limitless power over cheap hot dogs, plastic hamburgers, and watered down coffee. The cold light called me, but I didn't want to get out of the car. If we went in, we were all gonna be pancakes, kept together by cold syrup. Marty's worried look shook me out of my reverie. Oh, cluck. Was I talking to myself again?
Oh! Bah voilà! Un homme mouche! Ah, tu voulais un homme mouche, bah t'as un homme mouche.
Isn't it?
Because the whole town's probably drunk by now.
Maybe that's the only way it can bear itself.
Doesn't it remind you of someone?
Shut up, Marty.
Got you there, old bird.
Vieux coucou. C'est pour rentrer. Le dieu des pancakes.
Are you sure that thing's a dog? I always wondered.
The name Hop Dog is quite a giveaway. Don't you think so, Mr. Detective?
Sometimes the most natural connections lead us astray.
Who said that?
A natural-born genius.
Yeah, right.
Je vois pas d'autre, je vois pas ce que ça pourrait être d'autre, ça peut être qu'un chien. Je pose des questions bizarres.
Of all that's furry.
Is this still a thing?
We don't serve bugs.
The situation's
Aux
getting even
insectes, quoi.
worse, Marty. Have you heard how the young mothers of the Cobbler district are
I have no idea what goes on in the hive, Sonny. I don't think I want to know.
Prostitution is the lesser evil. What's worse is that some folks have to sell their kids when they're still larvae.
Wait, what? What?
They pay a hefty sum for each of them downtown. They sell them as gourmet food
Horrible.
in the most expensive restaurants.
Prendre leur bébé.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
We made this city, Marty. Clawville didn't do this to itself. Don't ever forget that.
Ah oui.
Zip is a tricky little son of a bitch. He always has been. But seeing this...
Me neither, Marty. But maybe this neighborhood changed him. Or the city.
Yeah, maybe.
Il y a des connards dans ce jeu du coup. En fait, ah une vieille
This
bagnole.
wreck belonged to Zip?
Well, it's a wreck just like him.
Oh.
Well, I guess it could.
Alors, l'homme mouche.
Look at the poor bastard.
He's looking okay, Marty. Remember what we saw when we worked at the Hive?
Wild ones. Don't even remind me. Trying to forget that shit every day.
It's been even worse since. I guess you heard about the riots.
Who hasn't? You know, people are afraid that the Great Fire will happen again, and those hive houses are pretty flammable.
I don't speak of the devil, Marty. But to be honest, I have no idea how this insect matter can be solved.
I do. We just open the ghettos and let the insects live among us like they did for centuries.
Your heart is
Marty.
pure gold, buddy. But you know it's not that easy. Clawville isn't what it used to be.
Alors,
Hey, pal.
du coup, les insectes sont les seuls vraiment à être différents. Hein. Il a pas de main humaine, quoi.
Can you hear me?
Ah, il ne parle pas.
Is he...
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't understand what I'm saying.
or he doesn't want to?
That's also very likely.
D'accord, les insectes sont vraiment
Poor
différents.
bug eyes.
At least he's playing music. I mean, he's doing something. Most of the destitute take up drinking or drugs. Or worse.
You know about the light.
You mean the light the insects believe in?
Yeah, their afterlife. If they want to go into the light, they set themselves on fire.
C'est horrible.
Yeah, I've heard that. Maybe it's not a bad way to go.
That depends on your point of view.
Rentrons dans le café.
Ugh, the place is deserted. Poor Zip.
You're right.
Yeah, the guy's middle name is bad luck.
That's for sure.
Ah bah il est là. Zip. Il est là, Zip. Ah, un jukebox. Oh. Les flics sont pas des... L'ombre d'un doute, ma ville est en feu. Viens me croquer. Viens me croquer. Les mouches mortes ne parlent pas. Pour une poignée de plumes. Pour des poulets, partir en étant rôti, c'est pas si mal, j'avoue. Viens me croquer. Je veux mettre viens me croquer. Ah. Ah, viens me croquer. Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette musique? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a au menu?
You still don't eat meat, old man?
I'm a rooster, a chicken. Why the hell would I eat meat?
I don't mean real meat, I'm not a lunatic. But a meat substitute? There's about 10 different kinds. Have you never tried any of them?
Why would I? If I don't eat meat, why would I eat a substitute?
Because you can. That's the point.
Wild gods, Marty. Stop being such a sheep. Do you fall for those adverts?
Alors Marty, c'est celui qui est ouvert d'esprit, hein, si je comprends bien.
Substitute isn't meat, Sonny. And if it's tasty, why wouldn't I eat it?
I don't care what you eat, but don't be surprised when you lose all your feathers or you try to bite off your own leg one day.
Ooh, a nice pancake with hemp seed, chocolate, and black onions?
Une poule, c'est omnivore.
I'd rather have somebody pull my beak off.
Ah, you used to be more daring.
Yeah, and my back didn't hurt either.
Furry heavens, it's depressing being around you, boss bird. Ooh, maybe a peanut souffle with faux meat.
Il donne faim, ce con.
Oh, stop it, Marty, before I get sick.
Ugh, you're just a boring old man.
I'd rather be boring than dead.
Alors, des gribouillages. Fuck the King.
Well,
Bon.
that's a good question, pal.
Where all the cooler go. Ah, et ça, apparemment, ça fait vraiment partie de l'univers, hein, du coup, que les couleurs sont parties et que tout soit en noir et blanc.
You
Rigolo,
know
ça.
what? I was thinking the same. What insight. The highlight of my day.
Yeah, I can smell it already. How does he make the coffee here so special?
Look at that mangy trash panda and tell me, do you really want to know?
You're right.
As always.
Ref, Game of Thrones, le Fuck the King. Ah, je sais pas. Je ne sais point. Fly with me, baby. What?
And voila, the master himself.
Et voilà.
What a finch.
Sonny, he's a pigeon, not a finch.
Don't make me angry, Marty.
Okay, I was only joking.
Ok, bon bah il n'y a plus qu'à parler avec...
The door didn't look like this last time.
Yeah, because last time you tore it out and beat that baboon with it.
Ah,
Oh yeah, I remember now. So that's why Zip remodeled the whole place.
He had
Sont
to.
violents.
We didn't leave much of it standing.
If I didn't know how nice we are, I'd almost hate ourselves.
Welcome to the club, partner.
alors Zip.
He sure didn't get any younger.
Or prettier.
You think he's still mad at us?
Frankly, Marty, I don't give a damn.
Roquette.
Hello, boys. Now, get the hell out of here while I'm asking nicely.
C'est quoi ces tatouages?
Hey, is that how you greet two old friends?
Hey, I'm not joking, Sonny. I got a shotgun under the bar.
No, you don't, because if you had, we'd arrest you here and now.
If there's still life in you when you're full of buckshot.
Ah, it's going well so far.
We're just here for a coffee, Zip, okay? Like old times.
Nothing's like old times. Haven't you noticed?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's quite noticeable.
Shit. All right. And where'd you blow in from?
We haven't been anywhere yet, but we're going somewhere.
Everybody's going somewhere, right?
Tell me, how much do you know, Zip?
That depends. How deep is it?
Bottom of the well kind. Goes down around Ibn Wessler.
Ah, on va en apprendre plus sur lui, sur Ibn Wessler là. Alors que ça c'est de l'annexe hein, qu'on fait, hein, d'accord.
Holy hell! Wessler?
Putain de
You
merde.
stick your wings in deep
Non,
shit,
poussin de
boys.
merde.
If you've got anything on him, don't keep it to yourself. We'd be grateful.
Grateful. Maybe you're not gonna trash my joint this time, eh? You know, Ibn's acting strange nowadays. He always believed that if you want something done, you do it yourself. That's how it was for years anyway.
And?
But now, he left his real estate, the fish racing clubs, the casinos, and the bars to his right-hand man, Mongrel Mick. And ever since, he's been kinda weird. Bottomed out, brooding in the seediest joints of the city. Nobody ever knew him to be like this. Weird, huh?
Yeah, weird. Do you think it's about a lady?
It's always about a lady.
Well, there is a woman,
I knew it.
but not like you think.
Is this gonna cost much?
Only a favor, like the good old days.
Okay, I'm in.
Quoi comme service?
That Natasha's a mysterious woman, a real cursed jewel if you ask me. She came out of nowhere 2 or 3 years ago and landed on the stage of the millions almost immediately.
Is that so? Interesting.
Yeah, she's got a fantastic voice, makes men go crazy. But we all know that's not what's important. Then suddenly, bam! She got the whole club, just like that. But we know exactly how it was.
I can imagine, yeah. Since then, it operates under the name the Czar Club.
The old click is still clicking, right? Yeah, the club was renamed and remodeled. Everyone knows she was Ibn's lover, but she's not your usual canary. She didn't get involved in Ibn's dirty dealings.
Then how exactly does she fit into the picture?
Check this. A few months ago, the old rat pulled out of his own businesses and gave control to Mongrel Mick and his mob.
Un singe donc à mon avis, Mongrel. Là.
Mongrel Mick? Doesn't sound familiar.
C'est pas une espèce de singe le Mongrel?
Mick the Marauder, ring a bell?
Damn, that little monkey came this far?
I think that little shit took advantage of Ibn not being himself.
Which has something to do with this Natasha, right?
That's my guess.
Thanks for this straight dope, Zip. We owe you one.
One? You owe me the price of a new coffee shop, remember?
Okay. Whatever you need. Just call us.
I clucking will.
Thanks, pal.
Hey, I'm not your pal, Marty.
Énerve pas comme ça, Zip. Oh la vache.
Have you ever been to that place?
Of course, 100 times. Everyone who matters in this city's been there. Sorry, guys. But then, it had a different name and a different owner.
Business affairs, right?
Yeah, that was the dark era, Sonny. I don't want to talk about it.
Roger that.
I've gotta say, you've revamped the joint pretty well.
Du lore, oui. Mais c'est du lore plutôt intéressant, personnellement,
After
je
you
trouve.
trashed it, I had to.
Look, I'm sorry, Zip. That ocelot and his gorilla.
Baboon, not gorilla.
Whatever.
Sonny, what's your beak?
So you owe me one until about the end of time. But I'd settle for you washing up here for a few years after retirement, Sonny.
Mind your tongue, furball. So, Ibn's gone insane.
Love will kill you in the end, they say.
Seems like everyone's in a poetic mood today.
You're one to talk, by the way.
Huh? Why? So, about that woman. Is she really that dangerous?
What woman isn't, huh?
No, Zip. I mean, really dangerous.
She's got the most influential gangster of the city wrapped around her finger. She calls him her little furball. How dangerous do you think she is?
You didn't get any younger, pal.
You're telling me? You look like you haven't had a good night's sleep since forever.
To be honest, I've never had a good night's sleep in my life.
You will when the big sleep comes.
And what are your plans? Dying behind the bar?
Of course. You got a better idea?
A couple, yeah. But somehow
Les
this
femmes sont
suits you.
dangereuses.
You know what? Your mother's a goat.
Hein? Ta mère est une chèvre. Mais what? Pas ces insultes.
You sure talk a lot.
And maybe the past is haunting me. Once a rat, always a rat, right?
Oh, come on, Zippy. Don't be so hard on yourself. You got out in time, and you've been living an honest, ordinary life since then, haven't you?
Yeah, right. How lucky am I, eh?
It's more than what many others get, believe me.
Je pense qu'il a dit tout ce qu'il avait à
What's
dire.
this no insects allowed
Ah.
shit? You're not like that.
What do you think? If I let one in, all of them will follow. And then I can forget my regular clientele for good.
What clientele? There's no one here.
That's it. Would you take even that away from me?
C'était rigolo ça, tiens.
What's this no insect?
What do you
Ah,
That's it.
Ok. On a appris pas mal de trucs là, quand même, mine de rien. C'est la chanteuse vedette du Million Club. En fait, c'était la chanteuse du club d'origine et après, grâce à sa relation avec Iben là, elle a acquis le club et elle a changé le nom du club, d'accord. Ok. Un vieil ennemi qui est devenu un bon ami avec le temps. L'escroc avant mais la pègre l'a évincé. Ouais. Zip se fait vieux, il a encore des relations, ça vaut toujours le coup de lui demander ce qu'il sait. Le temps a fait des ravages sur lui aussi. Zip donnait des infos à Iben. Il y a encore quelques années, il travaillait déjà en tant qu'indic à l'époque. Il mangeait probablement aux 2 râteliers, ce petit enfoiré de sournois. Très gentil ça aussi. Alors, peu après la guerre de la viande, et la crise économique qui a suivi en 893, un incendie a failli détruire toute la ville de Cloville. Le feu a pris naissance dans le district de Ratwell. Même la rivière Time n'a pu y résister. C'est comme si les feux de l'enfer s'étaient déchaînés sur la ville qui a presque dû être entièrement reconstruite. Les remplacements, substituts de viande. Ah tiens, on revient sur ça, permettent de réduire la consommation de viande. La prédation et le cannibalisme domestique dans toute la contrée sauvage. Les produits sont largement répandus de nos jours et ne sont pas seulement populaires chez les prédateurs, mais chez tous les animaux. C'est vraiment intéressant ce que ils ont développé dans l'univers là pour le rendre cohérent. Ça fait pas mal penser à Beastars, le manga. Mick est l'un des plus célèbres sbires d'Iben Wesler. La cruauté lui vaut de nombreux surnoms effrayants. Sonny et Marty ont croisé la route de Mick auparavant. Et ils ont dû se démener pour sortir de ces rencontres avec toutes leurs plumes intactes. Ok. Bah du coup, go aller au club. Hein? On peut refaire un truc là-bas? Non. Attends. Ah non, c'est encore prendre des photos, mais... rien à
So
prendre.
this is the...
Yeah, the wild gentlemen. They were role models when I was a kid.
Well, you must have been a
Ah
weird
non, en
kid,
fait, c'est vraiment encore...
which ain't surprising. My idols were the White Wolf and Super
Loup blanc et
Squirrel.
super
The White
écureuil.
Wolf, eh? Explains a lot. You know, when I was back in Averia, Clawville...
Je dis pas qu'on va avoir une
let's
explication
live
sur ce que
together
c'est
in
que
peace bullshit
loup blanc et
seemed
super
like an
écureuil.
unattainable dream.
Yeah, but look at it now. And what would have become of you if you...
Ah, c'est pour avoir des entrées de codex, quoi. Ces dialogues-là.
The old days.
What? The hype? Us as celebrity cops?
Nah, the work, the buzz, the phone ringing at 4 a.m. and knowing if you pick it up, you'll be dragged into something terrible, because that's your job. And of course, you pick it up every clucking time.
À chaque... On le dit à chaque putain de fois, à chaque poussin de foie.
I'm not sure it's healthy to enjoy that.
Hey, no healthy animal becomes a cop in Clawville.
Yeah, true.
Ah, man, I can't imagine how you feel. The only good thing you...
Shut up, Marty.
Sure.
Et sa femme, j'imagine.
I didn't know you used to be a kindergarten teacher. But leather?
It's history, so back off.
I'm touched by the trust you have in me, boss.
There are things better left undisturbed.
Yeah, got it. Who's that shaggy creature?
That's MB Davis, you bird brain.
Politician?
Am I gonna have to smash your beak?
Seriously, I don't know who the hell he is.
Ok.
I know.
One more word.
You don't have to cock a doodle immediately, you know. I know.
What?
He's the guy who smuggled cocaine in his prosthetic leg, isn't he?
One more word.
You don't have to.
D'accord.
When was the last?
I
Rigolo.
don't know. I'm not sure I'd even...
You're hopeless.
I guess you're right.
Rigolo, mais du coup, il y a vraiment rien à faire ici, alors.
Just a bunch of... I can't even remember.
Non, on l'a déjà
I'm
fait.
gonna...
Ouais, ça aussi, le téléphone, bah, on s'en fout.
You know, this city's outgrown us.
Why do you say that?
J'ai pas fait ça.
Well, don't you feel it? The whole place squeezing you. The polluted air, the sirens, and the smell of cordite.
Don't be such a drama queen. It's not the world that's changed, it's us. Clawville's Clawville. We're just getting older.
T'as vu le whisky ou ça?
No, there really is something. You know the feeling of foreboding, of...
You're screwing my
Attends,
mood.
regarde.
Yeah, but I'm not sorry.
No shit.
Ah oui.
I suppose 2 shots was enough for today.
Ah voilà.
At least until we learn what...
Je pense que là, on a tout regardé. Hein. Vieux livre, tiroir, pile de papier, machine à écrire, téléphone, marty, placard. Ouais, bah on a tout regardé. Hein. On a redébloqué 3 trucs dans le codex, donc je pense que c'était vraiment pour ça en fait. Là, une organisation civile fondée par les 4 animaux les plus influents et les plus riches de la ville. Certains pensent qu'ils ont eux-mêmes provoqué l'incendie. Ah, écoute, cela faisait partie d'un complot national, mais il est fort probable que nous ne sachions jamais la vérité. Aviria, un pays habité seulement par des oiseaux. Oui, Aviria, Avière. C'est un endroit moderne et charmant, gouverné par un parlement démocratique. Il est entouré par 2 mers. Son économie s'articule principalement autour du transport et du commerce aérien, ainsi que de son armée de l'air. Le pays est en bon terme avec presque toutes les autres nations, et, sauf lors de la Grande Guerre de la Viande, n'a pas changé de position tout au long de son histoire. Leather and Fur. Le cuir et la fourrure étaient très tendance autrefois, mais de nos jours, en particulier à Clawville, l'utilisation de cuir et de fourrure véritable est très rare. Il n'est pas totalement illégal de porter ce genre de vêtements pour l'instant, si vous pouvez vous le permettre, mais cela est très mal vu, c'est le moins qu'on puisse dire. Bah oui, forcément, c'est des vêtements faits avec leur propre peau. J'imagine bien que c'est mal vu. Bon. Ouais, en fait, je pense qu'il nous propose d'y aller juste pour pas te révéler que t'as tout eu ou pas tout eu, quoi. Et bon, au bout d'un moment, il faut avancer. Allez.
Midnight had passed, and the intoxicated madness kicked in. We could only
On va bien faire,
crawl
c'est au
along
moins
Shalva District's main
conclure le
street
chapitre
toward
1
downtown.
avant de s'arrêter.
The city's heart beat differently. Ancient buildings were defaced by neon signs and billboards, like half-drunk lovers on a fine leather sofa. Great old houses neighbored by garish modern blocks. A place that makes the head hurt. The Tsar's huge neon sign was visible for miles. A blazing red sign advertised tonight's main attraction, the amazing Natasha. Cops were never welcomed at places like this. I hoped we were too late for the show. We had to be inconspicuous, but it was never easy with this bird mountain by my side.
Ah. Oh, Lapinou.
So this is the famous Tsar Club.
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't mean that they don't like foul here.
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective, Boss Bird.
Very funny, Marty.
So what are we gonna do now?
We find Natasha, the broad who sent me the message, remember? But first we need to get into the club. And Marty, please, don't monkey this up.
Excuse
rien, un peu de
me,
couleur dans le décor.
on behalf of the well-respected and noble primate community of Clawville.
Cut the crap, Marty. Let's focus on what we're here for. Okay.
As you say, boss bird.
Une cigogne. Ah bah Lewis, il est là. Il est là Lewis.
You know, seeing this, I can't wait for the show.
The girls?
New Year's Eve's once a year, right? And we're not on duty.
Have I asked how Laura's doing?
Whoa, hey, I was just kidding, okay? My relationship with Laura is unwavering, like the rhino beauty on this picture.
Interesting taste you've got.
Feathers, scales, or dermal armor, a lady's a lady, my friend.
Thank the wild gods for self-sacrificing gentlemen like you.
Moi je commence à fatiguer, je file au lit, bonne fin de live. Eh ben, file au lit et merci d'être passé. Et peut-être à une prochaine fois pour la suite des aventures de nos deux Piaf. Ah, une tour publicitaire.
Do you remember when the Clawville Chronicle was a really high-quality newspaper?
You mean when they wrote something about us daily?
Yeah. What exactly happened to them?
Well, they got bored with us, Marty. And to be honest, so did I.
But still, here we are working together again. Funny, huh?
Yeah, hilarious.
Spoiler, non.
Huh, I like this.
Why is that?
I don't know. 'Cause it's moving, I guess.
You're a simple bird, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Epur.
Oh, bless you.
It means, and yet it moves, bird brain. An old wolf named Galileo said that.
Oh, I see. And what did he mean by that?
Dunno. I think there was something wrong with his stomach.
Ouch.
Il n'y a rien d'autre à faire sur cet écran.
One day, neon signs will cover the whole world, I'm telling you.
You read that in some kind of science fiction book?
No, it's just what I think.
Oh, so you have your own thoughts now. The world's really moving forward.
Pluck off, Sonny.
On peut parler avec lui là, le videur.
Honestly, I think these types of women only see faceless tuxedos, cufflinks, and wallets. And in the mirror, they're just brooches, necklaces, and earrings.
Pas très gentil ça.
Don't be so radical, Marty. They're women. They live by different rules.
That was kind of deep.
It's not. Just bullshit. There's more where that came from.
Ooh, teach me, master.
When you're old and wise like me, you'll realize none of it is worth a damn thing.
Wait, that was deep again, right?
Maybe it was, Marty. Maybe it was.
Amazing. Whoa, look.
It is, Marty. A brand new 942 Silver Hawk. Haven't seen such beauty since I left Iveria.
Of all that's furry, whose is it?
Maybe it's Ibn Wessler's. I guess he's no paper tiger.
Yeah, he sounds like a fellow who drives around in one of these. Lucky bastard.
Ah, on peut juste l'observer.
Hey, that's your old friend, right? Wait, what was his name? Lawrence? Lamar? No, Liam.
Lewis. Yes, it's him.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that guy's not all there in the head.
Nobody's perfectly sane in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this old rabbit, I wouldn't be here today.
Should I thank him for that?
Or kill him for it.
You're reading my mind, boss.
On peut vraiment que l'observer. Ah, mais non, on peut lui parler.
Sonny, my dear friend.
Hi, Lewis. This is my partner.
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Mr. Marty. I'm a big admirer of your work.
Pleasure's all mine, Lawrence.
Lawrence? Anyways, so, the legendary Chicken Police back together? Isn't it amazing news?
Le plus grand fan. Hein.
Don't ruffle my feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone. We're just here for the entertainment. Or something like that.
I see. Well, that's a shame.
See you inside?
I have something to do, my pal, but I'll try to make it for the main event.
Okay then, catch you later, pal.
Alors, faire le videur.
Jeez, look at that guy.
That's not a guy. That's a demon. Straight from the dog-eared pages of a cheap detective novel.
Yeah, I bet his name's Bill.
Nah, he's definitely a Bob.
$5 for Bill?
Okay, I'm in.
Bah oui, on va voir ça.
Howdy, pal.
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this wonderful, chilly night?
We're expected in the VIP lounge.
My apologies, but I don't remember ever seeing you gentlemen here before. May I ask?
Stop right there, big guy. I get it. Yeah, I know exactly how this works.
Nothing's easier, sir. Are you on the list?
The list?
Compliqué.
Yeah,
Don't tell me you forgot.
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not on the list tonight.
That's a shame. I'm really sorry, sirs. In that case, you can't come in.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
Il a un pur accent. Alors qu'on demande à Lewis, je pense. On a appris dans le codex. Cloville Chronicle, le journal le plus lu et le mieux noté en ville. Il est tellement célèbre qu'on le lit même au-delà des frontières de Cloville et pas uniquement dans les colonies. Le journal a été le premier à publier un article sur les deux coqs héroïques, aussi appelés les inspecteurs poulets. L'article a été écrit par Timothy Saltwater, journaliste goéland, oh la vache, devenu lui-même une sorte de légende. Un journaliste goéland, mais ça vend du rêve. Ça vend du rêve.
That fella's wanna bet? Not today, Marty. Remember, we must avoid suspicion.
Okay. It's okay, Bertha. Maybe next time.
What was that?
Nothing. Just the wind.
Did you bring Big Bertha with you?
Gods, no. What are you thinking? What idiot would bring a shotgun to a club?
Was that a rhetorical question?
Va falloir passer par derrière. Ah non, il n'y a pas de... On va voir peut-être Lewis.
Look, Lewis, that bouncer over there.
Well, yes. He is a bit intimidating, but his...
Yes, indeed, but it seems tonight.
Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. You'd like to go in, but he
Effectivement, Lewis.
won't let you.
Yeah, something like that.
No problem at all. Come with me. I'll talk to him.
Much obliged, pal.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Excuse me.
Ah, jeez, what the hell's wrong with you, Marty?
What? Did I say something wrong?
Tu reparles direct ou...
Say, big guy, you know Mr. Lewis Hayworth?
But of course, Mr. Hayworth is an impeccable gentleman, and also a frequent visitor of the club.
Is that so? Good to know. And?
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
What can you tell me about the first lady of the place, big guy?
You mean Miss Natasha Katsenko, sir?
You're right on point, pal.
Nothing you don't know already, sir.
Just try me.
Well, she owns the place.
And, that's it? Well, that's, unbelievable.
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm not permitted to say anything more.
Look, I really don't want any trouble, but...
It is even more inconvenient for me, sir, but this place doesn't like, coppers. Give this slang. I can't let just anybody in, and there are some I'm strictly forbidden to. Please, you have to understand.
Listen here, you cow. Do you have any idea who we are? You ever read the papers?
Of course, I know who you are, sir. I read the news and more, and I must admit it's an honor to meet you in person, Mr. Santino Featherland and Mr. Marty Machikin.
The Bell of the Pantheress is one of my favorite books.
Oh my god, not the books again.
So it would be terribly inconvenient for me if I had to use force on...
What did you just say?
Relax, Marty. This guy has chicks like you for breakfast. Thanks for the information, pal. Have a nice night.
Thank you for understanding, gentlemen. And forgive me for my austere composition.
No problem, Shakespeare.
Ok, donc faut reparler à Lewis. Hein?
Is Lucas really such a big fan?
Lewis. And yes, he's got the whole Chicken Police book series. Damn his taste.
Ah.
Is Lucas really...
Lewis.
Ah mais non, faut juste lui parler normalement du coup.
Sir,
Ah.
how'd you do?
Everything's fine, Mr. Ayworth.
Good. Look, this noble pair of pigeons are my friends. They're on the list, okay?
L'archilamont, sir.
And as for you, you owe me one, gentlemen.
Thanks, old pal.
It was my pleasure to help you, as always.
Merci Lapinou.
The jazz overwhelmed us. There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls like years of cigarette smoke and the smell of spilt whiskey. Behind the bar, rows of fancy bottles reflected the harmonious voices of pretty dames and the clinking of crystal glass. It was the kind of place that makes you drunk, even if you've never had a sip. A dangerous place for someone like me. No matter how alien I felt, it was strangely like coming home. Welcome to the Tsar. Well, here we are.
Yes.
Mother of...
I take you to the nicest places, eh, sweetheart?
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
Don't even think about it.
Ugh, men these days. So, we're here to find a dame called Natasha.
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
Just like always.
No, Marty, not like always. This time it's for real.
Ok.
So, where the hell is Natasha?
Let's ask that stud over there with those nice gals.
That guy looks way too horny for my taste.
Oh man, your sense of humor is bad as ever.
You just need to get
C'était drôle,
used
j'ai
to it
trouvé.
again.
What if... this is...
He looks like me.
That was...
I try.
Ah, la tête qu'il a. Oh, un canasson.
She has pretty long legs. I mean, pretty and long legs for a squirrel, but I don't want to be prejudiced.
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate, remember?
Oui, on s'en souvient. On peut vraiment mater à 360 degrés.
I was hoping to have missed the main event.
You're a rusty old cock, that's why.
So says the little butt jam.
But what? That's not even a word.
It is now, all because of you. You should feel honored. Butt jam.
You know, Sonny, sometimes you're like an evil little child.
Mec renard.
A fox is a wolf who sends flowers.
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it somewhere.
Fascinating. I didn't know you could read.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
Ok, donc il va vraiment falloir parler au barman et au... Ah, un sbire. Un lynx. Oh, des affiches de films, est-ce qu'il n'y aurait pas des clins d'œil? The Dumb for Here.
Oh, I know this fodder guy. He was kind of good in Death of the Horse.
You've seen every clucking movie.
You know, Laura and I go to the movies a lot. When was the last time you went?
Exactly 12 years ago.
Oh, you remember that precisely? Let me guess. Molly?
Yep, our very first date.
I see. What did you watch?
I don't remember. I just remember her and nothing else.
You're a clucking poet. I mean it.
Murder My Tweet.
Ooh, I've seen this. Hicks Poodle plays a private eye, hired to look for a woman, then gets into some kind of blackmail thing that's connected.
Hey, Marty?
What, yeah?
I don't give a shit.
It's a classic, and kind of reminds me of the situation we're in right now.
How so?
I don't know. A mysterious case, a mysterious woman, strange threats, some off-duty investigation.
So?
Like, think about it. What if we're in a movie, and this whole mess is just fiction?
Marty, I think you're having a nervous breakdown.
You think this is one of those movies where the femme fatale gets everything in the end, and the poor detective's left stranded?
Yep, just like life.
You're old, Sonny. I mean, experienced. You ever met a woman like that in real life? Who floors you with a glance and leaves only heartbreak?
Well, actually...
Oh, I didn't mean to... I'm sorry, Sonny.
Oups, il a fait une bourde. Et la dernière...
Another lupus movie. Jeez, is there nothing today they're not trying to sell with this guy?
Whoa, don't be rude, Sonny. Lupus is a timeless genius. Have you seen Predator City? God, I'm still getting chicken bumps. But wait, who's that next to him?
Cassandra Ruby Faye. Nah, never heard of her.
Cassandra Ruby Faye. Oh, gods, even her name makes me go weak in the knees.
Watch your blood pressure, pal.
Don't mind me, just women and guns are my only weakness.
No shit.
Remember the name,
On avait
Marty.
tous remarqué.
Cassandra Ruby Faye.
Marty.
Ah, il a un ton.
Shit.
Le sbire, on lui parlera en dernier. Ah, c'était pas du 360. Ah, il y a un whisky de qualité.
Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but Laura's father went to that guy when his, problems had gone too far.
You're treading on thin ice, Marty.
No, I just... Look, fellas at the station are talking, All kinds of things. Moses, Plato, Bosco, and the others.
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge? About what an untrustworthy alcoholic wreck I am?
Look, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
Good, and let it stay that way.
At least we're cracking this one together, yeah?
Sure, Marty.
Hey, there's Fillmore.
Who? Oh, yes, Fillmore. Because that's what he calls himself, right?
You know him well?
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly in Averia, way before Clawville. Another place and another life.
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to.
D'accord, une ancienne connaissance donc.
Well, well, if it isn't the great detective, Marlowe.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Phil Marlowe.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with the Feather Pillow Mafia is a turkey. Right, Mr. Turk Cayman?
Hey, that was a long time ago. I was young.
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fart.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little clucked tonight.
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick out a bit. Are you here for a good old-fashioned beating?
We stick out? Man, you look terrible. Like someone who sat on an electric pole.
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
You want a case?
5 feet tall, half of that legs. Angelic voice, demonic eyes, just the usual.
Oh, boy.
And you?
Something like that. Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha. She called us here. If I'm not mistaken, the joint is hers.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has a reputation. She's not the kind to toy with, if you know what I mean.
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around, Philmar.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about her before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Good to see you too, old pal. We'll be back.
Ah. Ah, une micro-sonnette. L'autre con qui est arrivé. Ah, il est là, tiens. Attends. Il n'y a plus rien à vous dire, lui?
Just one more thing, Philmar.
I see you haven't changed a bit.
Do you think we're walking into a trap? You always had good instincts.
You know, I couldn't figure out this Natasha woman.
Then the trouble is bigger than I thought.
Just take care of yourselves. And don't leave your guns out of reach.
Oh, that's never happened.
Yeah, this crazy cock even sleeps with his.
You're welcome to the club, Brother Bird.
Take care, Phil.
You too, old fart.
Come to daddy, darling.
Okay.
Calling booze darling, it's kind of weird, don't you think?
L'autre, il donne des noms à ses armes.
Says someone who calls his gun collection his harem.
Touché. I'll shut it.
Good birdie.
Alors le barman.
2 whiskeys, kid, and no horsing around.
I've never heard that one before. Sonny, you gotta drive, you know?
Yeah, you're right, Marty. Hey, Longface, give me a glass of tap water too, okay?
Yes, sir. Coming right up. That wasn't exactly what I meant.
Tell me, hey breath, have you seen Natasha tonight?
Not yet, sir. But she's coming on soon.
Well, can you tell me anything about Mr. Ibn Wessler?
Sir, I don't want to.
What about, let's see, $5 maybe?
But, sir, you haven't even paid for your drinks yet. Yeah, stop riding on the details, Big Nose. You do your job and we'll do ours, okay?
I mean, we're not here for work, of course. We're just here to relax.
Oh yeah, exactly. Just a little fun. Of course, gentlemen.
Il n'y croit pas du tout.
Gentlemen, your drinks.
Yeah, sorry, but we have to run. Thanks anyway, Bojack.
Merci quand même, Bojack.
My name is not Bojack. I tip you, pal, but I don't have any change, so... Sure, sir. The Tsar welcomes you back anytime.
Sounds good, Bojack.
Ah, c'est con. Y'a rien d'autre, y'a rien d'autre. Lui, on peut pas lui poser de questions. Non, bah, faut aller parler aux sbires, alors. Faut aller parler aux sbires. Go. Faut le regarder
This
seulement pour
guy is
l'instant.
certainly not a gangster henchman.
Of course he's not.
Ah, on peut rien faire de spécial.
Hey, Marty, I bet you wouldn't dare to go up to him and ask if he...
What? Why? I'm mad, yeah.
Are you chicken or...
Piss off, old bird.
Nah, chicken shit.
Ok, ah bon, on peut plus rien faire. Ça c'est réglé.
That woman with Ibn, I think I know her from somewhere.
Maybe in your dreams, pal.
C'est quoi, c'est une corneille?
The memories are returning.
Jeez, just spare me the dirty details.
The memories.
Jeez, just spare...
Isn't that...
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler, in the flesh. So much for our incognito.
You think he noticed us?
Only if he's not entirely blind.
Great.
J'avoue, de gros poulet. Ça se voit quand même.
Just try to act normal, as much as you can.
Yep, that's him. The big rat in the flesh.
Well, it looks like this unpleasant conversation can't be avoided.
Et là, ça va être intéressant. Fais voir... Ah, mais les indices, on en a en plus. Le bon vieux Filmar fait sûrement quelque chose sur Natacha qui pourrait être important pour l'enquête. Il dira rien tant que je la trouve pas. Il a l'air un peu nerveux, alors ça doit être très important. Ok. La meilleure détective privée de la ville. Alors, la personne à qui on peut faire confiance. Bon, on va go parler.
Just act nonchalant, my friend.
No, it can't be.
What now?
Is that Olivia?
No, Marty.
Hey, Olivia.
Are you talking to me?
It's me, Marty McChicken.
Oh, God.
What a pleasant surprise. The Rooster Copper's in person.
Chicken police. But yeah, Mr. Wessler, you could say so. The name's...
Sunny Featherland, of course. Chicken police. Your partner is,
Marty McChicken. Sir, I just introduced myself to your lady companion seconds ago.
Oh yeah. I'm so happy to see you.
Hello, boys.
So, to what do we owe this pleasure, gentlemen?
Yeah, so, we were, just in the neighborhood, and...
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood-red paint. The usual stuff. You must be familiar with this kind of thing.
Oh yeah, indeed. It's, nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter. But to be honest, I understand. I would have...
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so he's rather tired. If you would excuse us.
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly, they're notoriously thorough. So, how can I help you?
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
I'm at your service.
Et là, c'est parti pour la questionnade. Bon, c'est là.
Don't be shy, detective. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Wessler. Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure you already know that. Listen, detective. If you want to know something, please ask straight, huh?
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more professional.
Ah, on peut le...
I'm not as exciting as people tend to believe. I grew up in a poor family of many siblings. I'm the only one still alive, unfortunately. My career started with a shoe store, and now, here I am.
I wouldn't call that an average life. Shoe store owner to mob boss.
How dare you speak to Mr. Wessler like that?
Leave it, Olivia, dear. It's just provocation.
I'm sorry if I offended you, Mr. Wessler. Shall we talk about something else?
Everybody knows Mr. Hayworth. He's an antique piece of furniture in this city, so to speak.
Only a bit worn out.
It's not my fault that he's so much in debt, detective, but the name of his family still rings quite loud in Clawville.
Is that still worth anything?
The name is just their name, of course, but the man behind the name is another matter, Mr. Featherland.
You're a pragmatic rat.
Thank you. Look, detective, if you want to know something, just ask.
All right, Mr. Wessler. Has your assistant been working for you long?
Are you talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking about you, ma'am.
Let me answer your question then. I've been in Mr. Wessler's employment for 6 months. Why do you ask?
Oh, just routine questioning, you know. Most of them aren't good for anything. Just killing time.
It sounded rude to me.
Yeah, please forgive a detective. Olivia's a real firecracker.
Ok. Eh ben, on peut l'interroger.
Wessler is a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall. Yet.
Alors. Peur du genre sournois à la tête. Malheureusement, j'en sais pas assez sur lui, je vais devoir être malin, je peux pas seulement me mettre au pied du mur, donc c'est ce qu'on a dit. Hein. Première question.
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Pourquoi ne pas avoir appelé la police?
Why didn't you just call the police?
Huh? Why? What would have been the use of that? A few messages aren't enough for a case. You should know that.
Harassment makes for a case. So do threats.
Who were you trying to convince, Sonny? Huh? They would have laughed in my face. Anyway, you know, the police station.
Your lawyers are too good for that, Ibn.
Yeah, I guess you're right, chicken.
Moins 15. On va entendre votre petite amie.
Why would anyone have reason to blackmail your girlfriend?
I don't know, maybe because she's my girlfriend?
You think that's enough?
It's plenty enough.
Good point.
Oh, are you finally getting to a point? Or do you really want to dig around in my private life? Because, people who do that end up in the alley.
Very much so, Mr. Wessler. Wessler is tougher than I thought. And he's secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush.
Ok. On est autour du pot. Ah, vous êtes proches vous deux?
Are you and Natasha close?
What do you mean exactly, chicken?
Mr. Featherland, if you please. This could be important. How does she stand on the scale from sweetheart to wife?
Oh, you have some nerve. Ask her that. I'm a gentleman, Mr. Featherland.
Aïe aïe, c'est pas la bonne approche.
Really?
Maybe you can't comprehend it, but I can't ask for her hand until she offers it to me herself.
How chivalrous.
Get to the point, detective.
Ibn is quick-tempered, and I can use that to my advantage. I've confounded and softened him with my previous questions.
Oh, enfin, putain. On est spécifique et sans pitié.
The mob boss and the pussycat, eh? How did you even meet?
Huh? Are you trying to piss me off, Corpora, so I accidentally let some big secret slip out, huh?
A simple answer would work.
You know, Natasha, she's both connoisseur and...
You don't remember? That's strange.
Ah, yeah. The millions, of course. It was like another lifetime. It happened right here. Only this place was called the Millions back then. She was a dancer. Behind the scenes, I arranged opportunities for her on the big stage. Yeah, maybe she still doesn't know it was me. Then one day, I invited her for a drink with a promise that if she was willing to meet me, I'd buy the place for her.
I guess she was willing.
The next day, she had the club in her name.
Well, that is romantic.
Yeah, there are many kinds of romance, Birdman. There's cheap and there's expensive. You get what you couldn't afford.
Plus 10. Au moins c'est bon.
Do you live in the same house as Natasha?
Oh, you're really something. Natasha's a free woman, but mostly, yeah, at my place in Gold Town. But she has her own kind of a weekend house.
How often does she use the...
Yeah, every other weekend, roughly.
I see. That's very important information.
Yeah, if you say so.
Seule quand il reste le week-end, donc Natacha pense qu'elle est en grand danger et pourtant elle s'y rend toute seule.
So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at, but I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
Illegal gambling nights.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. Yeah, right.
So, can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her.
Ah putain, la même note que tout à l'heure. Pas mauvais, pas bon non plus. Pas mal pour un bleu, mais tu peux faire mieux. 3 sur 5, ça va, c'est pas catastrophique, hein, on va continuer. Reportons.
Thank you for your time. We'll be seeing you.
I have no doubt about that.
Hey, we should grab a coffee or something, Olivia. You know, for old time's sake.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Oh.
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
Bravo.
Sonny.
Il est en transe.
Chloe's still lying in my bed, and it's dead.
That was, unique.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique...
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
You were amazing, dear. As always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
But of course.
Ibn will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene. My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny. You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
Hey. I understand. You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause, then another 3.
I'll be waiting. Go, before he comes back.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her feet on while reading some cheap romance. I wanted to be her nightdress, barely touching, barely covering her marble skin. But I was a cop, and a lifetime wouldn't be enough to rid myself of what a woman like her hides under her makeup. Keep your distance, Sonny. Just keep your distance. I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the mirror. Do you even recognize yourself?
Maybe you were trying to be rude, but, you know, that's a very good question.
I was just trying to be rude.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm sorry.
Don't mention it.
Ok, alors il y a dans la pièce.
You got a beautiful place here, Natasha. A peaceful little island on the ocean of madness, with very classy furniture.
Ibn likes me surrounded by elegant things, you know?
You're an elegant thing yourself, sweetheart.
Oh, that's charming. Thank you, detective.
Gee, that is a unique picture, and kind of daring.
Il est tout perturbé.
I admit I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories. A precious old friend of mine. A most wonderful artist.
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know. I don't compliment often. Not on purpose, anyway.
Oh, you're funny.
This woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it. A rare and dangerous combination.
Ah, c'est un des romans. Un des romans. Un d'autre. Tableau Natacha Miro. Rien d'autre. Je vais voir. Ah, il est pas dans les objets, tiens. Bon. Et où? Ibn s'efforce de changer le sujet quand on évoque les menaces. De toute évidence, il n'en sait plus que ce qu'il prétend. Les autres aussi. Intéressant d'entendre un autre son de cloche sur cette histoire. Bien ça, c'est une corneille. Compte actuel d'Ibn Wessler. Mais partout, il aurait eu de savoir si la relation entre Mademoiselle Corneille et Monsieur Rat strictement professionnelle aussi il y a quelque chose de plus. À mon avis, il y a quelque chose de plus. Mais quoi? Voilà la question. C'est 40 les deux. Hein. Il y a quand même 32 lieux à visiter. Plus d'entrée de codex. Alors, vous me trouvez d'accord.
This woman's aware of her charm, and she...
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
In a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely room.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
You do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite...
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Oh, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure.
L'interroger.
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger. That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't have the time. But the stage still calls my name, and I perform just a few times a year.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean.
On insinue. Alors... Sur d'elle, je pourrais tirer parti de ça, mais je dois être prudent. Je dois être prudent.
The place is very elegant, and so's your room.
Why, thank you.
I kind of feel like I'm in a museum.
Well, that depends on the kind of museum.
The kind with nice things.
Oh.
Suspiciously nice things, just like you.
Do you think I'm suspicious?
We'll see about that.
Try me.
S plus 10. Me dire sur Ibn Wessler, pensez-vous que vos admirateurs... Ah non, on va pas la questionner sur Wessler.
Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threats?
Those who admire me usually idolize me. No, I don't think it's one of them.
You know, the soul of an animal is extremely complicated. Sometimes all it takes is a bad look or some small rejection to turn admiration into hate.
That's a stillborn theory. No one hates me if they once loved me, Mr. Detective.
Ah, I see.
Ok, on continue sur cette voie-là. On ne sent pas très bon que ce n'est pas. Faut être prudent. On va lui poser des preuves matérielles concernant les menaces.
Do you have any material evidence concerning the threats?
You may think I'm irresponsible, but I didn't keep any of it. I simply couldn't bear to look at them.
Didn't you think maybe the police would need it?
I didn't think I needed the police. Moreover, do you think the girlfriend of Ibn Wessler could ever turn to the cops?
I see. So, what about me? How do I come into the picture?
It sounds ridiculous, but you're my last hope.
That does sound ridiculous, but I accept. My ego and old habits.
You can't do anything else, can you?
Something like that. A leopard can't change its spots. Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared.
Ok. Parfaite. Alors, on doit se concentrer pour enfin trouver ce que je veux savoir.
What was in those threats, exactly?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So?
You really don't have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
I guess I do. Yes. I think I know what it could be.
Whore. Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall. In giant red letters.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
Ok. On n'a jamais vu le coupable comme une silhouette. Filmar, ça représente qu'il y avait un lien avec vous. Dangereuse relation amoureuse. Dites entre la première et la dernière. J'hésite entre la première et la dernière. Vous pensez que les menaces puissent avoir un rapport avec votre dangereuse relation? Allez, on va faire celle-là.
Could the threats have anything to do with the dangerous relationship between you?
You mean I'm a cat and he's a rat?
Every interracial relationship has risk. But yes, this one's more conspicuous than most.
Clawville's a very open and free city, but I guess you see more radical transgressions than I do.
One of the most common causes in homicidal and predatory cases, ma'am. So, yes.
Well, I don't know about that. Nobody ever questioned our relationship openly. We are what we are. And you know, if you're interested in my personal feelings, danger fills our relationship with a flavor no other can replace.
It must be one interesting relationship, that's for sure. I'm not sure I can feel the same, but I can certainly understand it.
Maybe one day you'll experience it, Sonny. Have you ever been with a predator before?
Well...
Well...
That's unsteady ground, Natasha. Let's turn the questioning around, if you don't mind.
As you wish, Sonny.
Plus 5, pour l'instant on s'en sort. Lido, comment avez-vous utilisé? Bah là, il y a un seul choix.
How many fools like me have you used up, Natasha?
In all my life? Well...
I just forget it. I don't want to know. Curiosity killed the cat.
I'm just joking. You're not a fool, Sonny. I know that was supposed to be a kind of insult, but it usually rolls right off me. I can't take cockadoodling, so you can put aside the strutting stuff while you're talking to me.
Fair point. Broadcast received, ma'am. Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here.
What? Et jouer, il faut que je sache pourquoi je suis ici.
let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator or you're really that desperate.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
I did. I knew. I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Luck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing. What exactly do you want from me?
You are really as good as they say you are. And I'm not selling lucky dips, Sonny. Find them, whoever they are, and...
Whatever it takes?
Not exactly, but something like that.
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shining in your eyes, I wouldn't take the case.
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha. Don't be ashamed.
You must solve this. As soon as you can. Money's not an issue.
What? Bah... Oh putain, j'ai l'impression d'avoir bien fait, hein. Indice important, la menace, ou plutôt le mot qui constitue la menace dans les messages que Natasha a reçus est simplement putain. C'est bref, mais ça... Ah vache, pourtant j'ai l'impression d'avoir bien fait, mais bon.
Just one more thing, Sonny.
Natasha?
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your investigation.
I was afraid this was coming. Why there? Why not here and now?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets. I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early, and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha, you know...
Please, this is very important to me.
Sure, I get it. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
Why did you name it the Tsar Club when you took over? It was the Millions before.
Maybe you can guess my origins from my name and my accent. I come from the eastern Tsardom of Slavonia. We are quite respectful of our leaders.
You feel that's not the case here in Clawville?
Here? No. Absolutely not, Mr. Featherland. Many here don't even know the name of their king. To them, he's only the Fox King. It's quite disrespectful and rude.
There's some truth to that.
Where I'm from, we choose our leaders ourselves, and whatever they do later, we proudly stand by our decision.
So that's why the name, in respect to your country.
Don't take me for so sentimental. It's only partly the reason. We lived there until I was 14. Then we had to flee. It doesn't matter why. In the end, I was the only one who made it to Clawville. So the name isn't because of nostalgia or respect, more like a reminder.
So, why Deborah?
I could not seek you out in person. It was risky even to send Debbie.
It's too late now. Mr. Wessler is aware of my little investigation.
I'm sorry I got her mixed up in this. She's a lovely girl.
She looked like one. May I be brash?
It's New Year's Eve. Everything goes tonight.
Ibn, do you love...
In my own way, yes.
Whatever that means.
You can't understand this, Sonny. There are women who can't actually love. Not like they're supposed to. But that doesn't mean they don't love however they can.
That's not a real answer, is it?
If you only accept yes or no, then yes, I love him.
So this message...
I'm sorry I had to upset you, Sonny. But if I didn't take that step, would we be talking here right now?
Well, probably I'd be dead drunk and counting sheepmen in my dreams.
I'm good for you, you see?
Yeah, you're a real angel. Why just me? What's wrong with my partner?
Nothing in the world. I just like to be discreet. I wanted to talk to you in private because of Molly.
Thank you for your discretion. It means a lot.
Don't mention it.
So, who's this Olivia bird?
I know well what you're curious about. You want to know if she's sleeping with Ibn.
The thought may have crossed my mind.
Il a pas peut-être pensé, on y a tout à fait pensé.
You men. But guess what? Maybe she does.
You don't care?
As long as he loves me, I don't.
Well, that's your business. What do you know about her?
She's not the one threatening me. You can be sure of that. I know that was your next thought. The lovesick assistant is jealous of the boss's girlfriend and wants to flick her out of the picture. It would even stand up, but Olivia doesn't have feelings. If she let Ibn sleep with her, it's because she does what he says, nothing more.
It was so honest and raw, I'm inclined to believe it.
Pas mal, là, on a appris pas mal de choses.
Seriously, how did you find me? Not even my boss knows where I live.
Although I didn't include Ibn in my little private mission, some of his resources were still available to me.
Yeah, let me guess. There's someone at the station working for him.
Someone? You're so cute when you're playing that.
Have you ever had dealings with the police?
Not in this city.
And otherwise?
Does it really matter, Mr. Featherland?
Maybe it does. More than a little.
I'm afraid you'll have to unravel that thread yourself. But you will find nothing but a dead end.
Ok, Non, c'est la clé de là où on doit aller. Ok, fais voir le codex. C'est le monde désolé des fiers habitants de Stowonia. Vivent en majorité des prédateurs et des gros chats. Ouais, c'est là que vient Natacha. La situation politique entre Clawville et Stowonia est assez tendue et délicate pour des raisons historiques autant que commerciales. Le Tsara de Stowonia, grand perdant de la guerre de la viande, mais la plupart des animaux considèrent que c'est lui qui aurait déclenché la seconde guerre de la viande et qu'il représente une grosse menace planant sur le monde moderne. Hector III, comme la plupart des animaux l'appellent, le roi renard, est le troisième membre de la dynastie Palwox. Bien que Clawville soit un petit état, son roi est l'un des animaux les plus influents de la contrée sauvage, non pas en raison de l'importance de la ville, mais pour les richesses de ses colonies lointaines. indice, ça. Hein. Bon, donc ça faut qu'on y aille. Ok. Les trucs dans les fiches personnages, c'est pas vraiment des indices. C'est des constatations, quoi. Exclu des listes des suspects. Ça veut pas dire pour autant qu'elle n'est pas la maîtresse Iben. Ok.
Well?
Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
I was bored to tears, Sonny. I also thought maybe something happened to you.
You thought Natasha had eaten me alive, huh?
Well, who knows? You're such a fragile little thing.
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty. I meant you.
Oh.
Il y a des nouveaux personnages, mais on peut pas interagir avec. Ah, on peut lui parler maintenant.
What a lovely... Excuse me, pal. My name is Santino Featherland.
Eh? Gabriel, what do you want? Chickens.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Wessler went?
Do you take me for a fool? Get out of here while I'm in a good mood, birds.
Okay. Thanks, big boy.
Pas très aimable. Et c'est tout.
Listen.
Did I stutter, chicken? Get lost.
Ok.
Oh, it's you. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Look, we really don't want to dig into your personal life, but...
But what exactly is my relationship with Mr. Wessler? And how close am I to him?
You don't beat around the bush, ma'am.
Well, actually, I remember.
I don't have time to chit-chat, Mr. Featherland. So yes, I'm not one to beat around the bush. And no, I'm not sleeping with Mr. Wessler.
Ok, bah voilà une réponse.
Well, thanks for the quick and straight answer.
Anything else?
Bah non, je pense pas. Ah, mais on peut lui poser des questions.
Do you come here often, Olivia?
No, not really.
Well, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. You know, Ibn's not as ferocious as you'd think. On the contrary, he's become very different recently.
I heard. Don't you find that weird? A sudden change of heart?
Sometimes an animal just has enough. Fed up and wants a change. I deeply respect that.
Well, thank you for your honesty, ma'am. What's your relationship with Miss Natasha Gutsenko?
We've talked a bit, that's all.
There's no tension between you? You know, the pretty secretary.
Oh, thank you for your compliment, Mr. Featherland. No, no tension. Natasha's an intelligent woman. I respect her.
Is that mutual?
That I can't tell.
If I'm not mistaken, Natasha has a weekend house in Flowerville.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell me anything about it?
I've never been there. Allegedly, it's beautiful. Elegant and luxurious. Just like Natasha herself.
Ok. Parfait. Donc, on va rien faire. Ah, mais du coup, on peut reparler à l'autre. Il y a le cheval.
Hey, Big Nose, where did Mr. Wessler go?
Unfortunately, I don't know, Big Face. But I wouldn't tell you even if I did. Really?
Say, did anyone ever tell you that you're an irritating piece of sh...
Anything else, dear sirs?
So, have you talked to Natasha?
In fact, yes. She was, kind of mysterious.
I bet she was. You know, I've never abandoned a case before. Not voluntarily, anyway. But that woman...
You're, too old for this shit, huh?
As you say, pal.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
Before you leave, take this and examine it closely.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not worth it for me.
Wow, that sounds encouraging.
Take care of yourselves, guys. This case, maybe it goes deeper than you'd think.
Oh, that makes my feathers stand on end.
Ah, old croakers. You're safe while I'm here.
Attention.
Okay, okay, I didn't say anything.
Il nous a donné. Ah.
We stepped into it, didn't we? Of all that's furry, what kind of a list is this?
Exactly. I have no idea, but I don't even want to find out.
Those names, all top dogs. Maybe they play cards together.
Sure, that's very likely. Anyway, I pried this list out of a dead man's hand. Somebody dropped him outside the forest, a few miles from the Wessler residence.
I should have known she was keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets? She's the secret herself.
Thanks, Filmar. This could be important.
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, shut up, Marty.
Très bien. Très bien, très bien, très bien. Je reconnais que quelques noms sur la liste que Filmar m'a donné, mais ils appartiennent tous au goût très estimé de Cloville. Il faudrait une liste de mariage, mais que ce soit le cas. Ah! Exemple secondaire, on achète Katzenko. Il fusionnait les proches de la ville à Floraville. Je me demande ce qu'elle cache ici. Bah, il faut y aller. Il faut y aller. Des sbires Billy Wessler, mais ça on s'en doutait. On doutait. Effectivement, il bossait pour elle et il a abandonné. Il est cassé après le spectacle. Ouais, ok. Ah, on peut retourner là-bas. Pour en apprendre plus.
Ooh, a nice cup of coffee a la Zip, huh?
We're not here for the coffee, Marty. Zip always knows more than what he lets on.
If he forgave us for wrecking his joint last time.
He'll never forgive us, Marty, but we helped him out of trouble so many times, he's not gonna have any choice.
I hope you're right, old bird.
Est-ce que lui peut nous
Everything
parler
all
maintenant?
right, old man?
If there's something we can do for you, just say so, okay?
Well, all right. It's sad.
It is, especially a...
Yeah.
Attends, on va rentrer directement.
Jeez, boys. Out of 2,000 joints in the...
Hello to you too, Zip. How's it hanging?
I had no problems. Until now.
Ah, don't be such a drama queen. We just want to ask you a couple of...
And we won't even trash your place this time. What do you say?
I say let's get it over with very, very quickly, chickens.
Relax, pal. We'll be as fast as a hummingbird.
I'm not your pal. And you're as far from a hummingbird as I'm from a polar bear.
Oh, come on, Zip. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Oh! Notre perso.
Look what we found, Zip.
Furry hell. Who'd you beat to death for that?
Beat to death? Who do you think we are? We simply confiscated it.
You sneaky broilers. I'll give you $50 for it.
Don't make me laugh. It's worth 3 times that.
Oh, come on. Give me a break.
Tough luck, Trash Panda.
We also ran into Filmar.
Filmar? Who's that?
A grumpy old raggedy-ass hawk. His manners are even worse than mine. Ring a bell?
You mean Marlowe?
Was Marlowe. Now he goes by Filmar Lowe.
Oh, I see. So that means he's still alive? Yeah, I'm almost not surprised. The old guy has a reputation of being indestructible, huh?
He is. And he gave us something that could mean something. Look at this, Zip.
Holy crap, what's this? The guest list at a king's birthday party?
Hey, that's not even a bad guess.
What do you make of it?
This piece of paper's from so high up where I've never been myself, boys, so don't ask me.
We spoke to Natasha. She's scared.
Well, it's not good life insurance to be the girl of the most powerful gangster in the city.
It's not about that. Someone's been writing offensive messages to her. She feels threatened.
I only know that every second husband in the city wants to have her, and every second wife wants to wring her neck because of that. Nothing else.
Thanks, Zip. But we're not any further ahead.
But not further back, right?
D'accord, bah rien d'autre.
So, out with it. Stop.
We've just come from the Tsar Club, Zip.
If I can guess one, I'd say, was it...
Bet on, pal.
What a surprise. So, what do you want to know? Just because I don't know anything.
Of course you don't. Just a couple questions.
Go on, boys. Hurry up, will you?
Ok, bon, on lui a tout demandé. C'est qui ça?
Damn it, what's the scribbler doing here?
Ah, mais c'est le
Sniffing some juicy story.
I think I still owe him a great big left hook.
What did he do this time?
Oh, nothing. Just since I first met him, I wanted to punch him in the face.
I can understand that. Hello, Timothy. Scribblers don't celebrate New Year's.
Hello, boys. What a pleasure to see you. Answering your question, no, not really. Not me, anyway. I'm always where the story is.
Mm-hmm. And where's the story now? I can't...
It just stepped through the door, pal.
Oh, you mean us? Well, I think I'll have to disappoint.
The chicken police are back together? I can't let that go without an ink stain, am I right?
No, Timmy, you can. We're not working. We're just having a little fun, that's all.
I'm not buying that, boys.
You'll have to, Tim.
We'll see about that.
Is that rag you work for still around, Tim?
You mean the most read and highest-ranking newspaper of the city, the Clawville Chronicle?
Oh, yeah, that's what it's called.
I see that you still have your famous sense of humor, Sonny. Such a joy.
Yeah, I do.
Ok.
Do you remember that?
Do I remember?
At least
because your partner...
Well, that's...
Yeah, right.
Bah du coup, rien de nouveau. Hey, on peut plus retourner d'ailleurs. Bah non, on y est.
I don't know, Sonny. What exactly are we doing here?
Let's hope we can learn something about Natasha and Ibn by sniffing around before we've...
Learned something? From Phyllis and Roy's?
Well, I wasn't exactly thinking about...
Yeah, figures.
Ah. Mais bon, éventuellement, on peut
How's it going tonight, boys?
Uneventful so far, Sonny. But now that you're rolling together again, I suppose we'll have some excitement to look forward to.
What do you mean?
Are you kidding? Last time you shot up a theater, and if I remember correctly, each...
That was a complicated evening.
Sure. Cool.
Ok. Ok, il y a juste ces deux personnages là. Le stand. Bien. Parti. Nouveau, ok. Ah.
So soon? That was fast. Almost a record.
Sorry, Mon. We're just here for a little,
When are you not here for that, boys? How about wish me a happy birthday for a change?
What? Is it your birthday today?
Of course not. Don't be silly, Marty. You know exactly when it is. We've talked about it a dozen times.
Yeah, of course I know.
Yeah.
So, could you help us with this and that?
Of course, boys, but be quick about it.
We'll be quick like a hurricane. Guess who we met today in person, Mon?
King Hector III?
Even better, the one who commands the king.
Wait a minute. Hobart Wessler?
Damn right. Hobart Ibn Wessler in the flesh.
Wow. And you're still alive. That's quite an accomplishment.
But seriously, Have you heard that he wants to get out of the black market business? Allegedly, he's trying to clear his name with some kind of new meat substitute.
His name's gonna be rather difficult to clear.
It's a heroic and impossible venture.
I haven't heard about it, but it's an interesting addition to what I know.
Which is?
Evan's been acting very strange lately, and he left most of his business dealings to one of his goons, Mickey. Also known as the Butcher, the Mongrel, and the Slayer.
Yeah, we once had the pleasure of meeting him.
That's all I know, boys. I know it's not very much, but it's something, I guess. I'll keep...
Thanks, Mon. Listen, Mon, a reliable old friend shoved this into my hand. Could you take a quick glance at it?
Quite an imposing list. What could those numbers mean?
That's what we were thinking too, and we got nowhere. But you see a lot of documents. So, is there anything familiar about this?
Unfortunately not, boys. The names are imposing indeed, but based on this, it could be almost anything. The richest of the rich get together on all kinds of excuses.
It must be a secret cult.
It could be, of course, but also anything else. I'm sorry I couldn't help you more.
Ah, don't mention it, Mon. Thanks for your time.
Or... wait a minute. There...
Oh, stop teasing us, Mon.
I'm sure you've noticed that all the names in the list are men, right?
Yeah. Thanks for the observation, Monica.
Don't mention it. I'm just a receptionist.
We saw a pretty good show at the Tsar Club tonight.
Good for you, I guess.
Natasha. She performed her new song. She also sang about why she called us there. Or rather, me.
And?
That's confidential, Dollface. Anyway, I can't help wondering about that woman. Her past is a mystery, and I couldn't draw much out of her in person either.
Women like her always have something to hide, Sonny. I think that's exactly what makes men fall head over heels for them.
I know another broad who's all mysterious.
Oh yeah? What's her name? I'll look her up if we have a file on her.
Marty, shut up.
Oh, you mean me, right?
All mysterious, full of secrets, and grace.
I didn't even hear that, Marty.
Do we have a file on a woman called Olivia Blackwig? She's currently working as Ibn Wessler's assistant.
We don't have a file on her, but there are a few Blackwigs that could be related to her. Mountain goat, crow, or caiman?
Crow, around 30 to 35. A very pretty socialite.
Maybe we have a catch then. Theodore Blackwig was a rather influential banker until he went bankrupt. He died a few years back, but his daughter could have ended up in the same social circles as Ibn.
And since they lost their money, she took a job as his assistant.
Yeah, it would fit the picture. But it's a big city, Sonny. There are maybe more than one Crow family with a Blackwig name living here.
Thanks, Mon.
I'm glad I could help, boys, as always. If it doesn't take a lot of my time, that is.
We know, we know. We're not even here anymore.
Ok. Parler avec lui du coup maintenant.
Hey, big guy.
Hey, Cox. What's up? Back here so soon?
I'd rather be anywhere else than here, Bosco, but we're sniffing around on a case.
Who? Are you trespassing again?
Who? Us? What are you thinking?
Just an old case. Still open. Not official, but not active either. We're not bothering anyone. You know, old habits die hard.
I know. I'm just messing with you. So, how can I help you?
You still remember Philmar?
Do you mean Philip? Of course I remember. He's got quite the reputation with that Philmar alias.
We just met him. Small world, huh? Do you know what he's up to these days?
Yeah, as far as I know, he's investigating petty blackmail cases and sneaking after poor bastards cheating on their wives.
Anything else? Did he get mixed up in something that stirred up a storm recently?
Yeah, I don't know about that. We haven't seen him at the PD for a while. He's usually a frequent visitor. Why? Did he...
Possible, Bosco. But I'm not sure he'd want to make the same mistake.
Wise decision.
Listen, Bosco, what do you make of this list?
Maybe it's the guest list of some fancy ball. These are some rather influential names, the ones I recognize anyway. Movie stars, politicians, a few names from the Council of 12 even, if I'm...
You're not.
Are you blackmailing them? Because if you are, I'll gladly accept a nice big juicy bone in exchange for my silence.
Stop screwing around, Bosco. It has nothing to do...
Which is what, exactly?
We're still not gonna tell you.
Listen, Bosco, what have you heard about that singer, Natasha Katsenko?
You mean that little bimbo fooling around with Ibn Wessler? They say she's the jackpot. But I've never been into cats, you know.
You couldn't be more racist if you tried, Bosco.
Don't misunderstand me. I don't have a problem with cats at all. I'm simply allergic to them. I can't stand being around them. I don't...
Good for you. I should have used that excuse myself.
Why? Is your investigation related to her?
What? No, of course not. We just came from her show. That's why I asked.
And what's she like?
Well, I guess your cat allergy would go away for the rest of your life if you met her.
Really? Maybe I'll have a go and see for myself one day.
Ben voilà.
The boss?
He's not in a good mood. Molloy got so drunk he pissed himself.
And we just put the cherry on top, huh?
Mostly you, Sonny. No offense.
None taken. I'm used to it. Everything rolls right off my feathers.
De toute façon, on peut faire du coup ici. Le baron. Tu vas voir. Afrique. Oui, sur le goéland qu'on vient de voir. Voir le codex. Ah. Alors bien que Clovis soit une monarchie, le pouvoir et la juridiction, hormis le roi, sont pris par le conseil des 12, mais beaucoup d'animaux pensent en fait tous les pouvoirs et que le roi lui-même n'est qu'un symbole, une marionnette. Les membres du conseil sont les animaux les plus puissants en ville après le roi, pas seulement des politiciens mais aussi des hommes d'affaires très influents. D'accord. Il pourrait y avoir des complots quoi dessus. Go la résidence secondaire.
Well, if there's one thing I'd learned during 20 years of detective work, it's that if someone wants to meet you at a remote location at night, you should bring an army for backup. One time, me and Marty were stupid enough to underestimate a situation like that, and we never really recovered. And yet, here we were again, about to step alone into something hauntingly familiar. Only one tactic remained, as the old dogs say. Balls to the wall.
This place gives me the creeps.
I wouldn't say I like it either.
Let's take a look around before we go inside.
Textbook.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
Shut up, Marty.
So, this is the word. What can I say? The message is loud and clear.
Yeah, what matters is who is it for and what does it mean?
I can't misunderstand that if I wanted to.
We'll see.
Wait a second, did that bimbo put a spell on you? As you used to say, don't let it cloud your objective judgment, Boss Bird.
Watch who you're talking to, boy.
Okay. Oh!
Damn.
It's not a good sign.
Maybe she just lost it when she hurried into the house.
Yeah, right.
Do you think it belongs to Natasha?
No idea. Do you think I measured her feet when I was in her room?
Not sure I want to know, but I wouldn't be surprised. Chicken police, hands up.
Marty, that's enough.
Pour rentrer. C'est tout? Ah oui. Ok, bon, c'est tout.
Marty, before we enter, did you bring Big Bertha?
Of course. She's in the trunk.
It's time to get Her Majesty out.
That's what I like to hear.
Marty, before we enter.
Of course.
It's time to get Her Majesty.
That's what I like to hear.
Et qu'il les prendre automatiquement.
Let's go.
Hello, my beauty.
Just don't point it at me.
Aw, scared? Take it easy. I swore I'm not gonna shoot you again.
Very gallant of you, partner.
What, are you still pissed at me? I'm happy to remind you why you got shot the first time.
I get it. Just shut the fuck up already.
Allez, bah c'est bon.
It's
On
the
peut rentrer?
nothing.
What was that?
Forget it. Just an old quote from a movie. It means it's fucking dark in here.
Flashlight.
I didn't bring one.
Me neither. What a pair of fucking professionals.
Yep.
But you do have a shotgun with you.
We should have shotguns for this kind of deal.
Is that from an old movie?
No, it's an original.
Figures.
Ah. La gazelle.
She was lying on the floor as if she was sleeping. She looked peaceful, almost. The large pool of blood ruined the picture. Poor, delicate Deborah. Maybe you were too pure and innocent for this city, but in the end, its filth pulled you under. You know, no animal can swim in high heels.
Wild gods. Fuck even.
Yeah, it's her. Deborah. The girl who came to my office.
I figured. But what the hell happened? Was it Natasha? Is this what you wanted us to see?
No. I mean, I don't think so, Marty. She seemed very attached to the girl, and I believed her. Furthermore, she has no motive to kill her. Natasha meant some object. Something maybe the killer wanted, too. And the poor girl was trying to protect it.
Did she seem that kind of girl?
She risked a lot simply by coming to see me. She would have done it for her mistress.
Why is she naked? Was it sexual? I mean, there's no sign of struggle. She seems untouched. Maybe she knew her assailant. Was it a lover?
This looks premeditated. So far, the messages have appeared in weird places, but this is a new level.
Well, maybe Natasha's on her way here right now. Or she was already here and something happened to her, too. Kidnapped, or worse.
Those are possibilities, but we can't wait. We don't have time for guessing. Search the house. Search everything. The room's not trashed. Whoever did this wasn't looking for the same thing we are.
Or they knew exactly where to find it. Wait, what are we looking for exactly?
I have no idea, but it's something important. Things like that have a way of getting noticed when you come across them.
Amen to that.
Ok. Donc il vient d'avoir un meurtre. Cette pauvre Déborah est venue nous voir au tout début du jeu. Dans notre bureau. Merde. Je sais que s'il y a un personnage qui allait canner, c'était surtout Natacha. On va plutôt penser à elle, plus qu'à Déborah, mais bon. Alors...
It's an exceptionally beautiful piece. What does it depict, I wonder?
I have no idea, Sonny. It's so art, I'm scared to have an opinion. What is this exactly?
C'est de l'art moderne.
A human. Mythical creature. Quite the cult in Iveria. The whole country's full of these statues.
Does it mean anything?
They say humans are the keepers of secrets and the messengers of chaos and destruction.
Humain?
You don't think...
Let's take a closer look.
What?
Damn, just like in the adventure books. Rich animals are all insane.
You have a point.
À quoi?
Oh, you can't be serious. Is this some kind of...
Yeah, it's a riddle, Marty.
But it doesn't make any sense. Why use something as simple as this when a 4-digit number is almost impossible?
An idle whim, or the riddle has a meaning?
Maybe. 4 animals into 4 places. What does it represent?
Think, Marty. Where did we see 4 animals holding something in their hands?
J'ai pas compris ce que ça a fait.
This must be Natasha's family.
Wealthy.
Do you think she's from the Stavonian Tsar's family?
Oh, nobody could have survived that massacre. But I'm sure this family was also close to the fire.
What is she doing here anyway? What, an alias? Keeping secrets, and now this case?
Bien sûr.
Do you think it's all connected somehow?
Let's not draw hasty conclusions, Marty.
Bien sûr que tout ça, ça a un lien. Ah. Oh là. On va pouvoir le de ça. On va trouver l'indice plus tard. Oh, le tableau là.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pour moi, ça ne représente rien de concret. En fait, ça a dû faire bouger. D'accord.
We should call the department.
Do you still remember the
Cretin? Of course I remember.
Is it? Since when?
Since they invented...
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, right.
Clarville PD, how can I help you?
I found a corpse. A woman. She's dead. Cold. The address is Rochester Street, 37, Flowerville.
Sir, please, would you repeat that?
Rochester Street, 37. Write it down and hurry up for the sake of the wild ones. Hurry!
Like a pro.
Yep, like I've done it before.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot.
How can you forget a case like that? How many times have you seen a 3-headed monkey in your life?
I have a memory of a chicken, you know?
That's for sure. Now let's get the hell out of here.
Ok. On va quand même analyser le cadavre, non?
Here too.
Yes, but this isn't about Deborah, and wasn't meant for her.
It was meant for Natasha.
Et en fait, c'était pour Natasha dès le début, en fait.
What have we gotten ourselves into, Sonny?
I don't know, Marty, but let's get ourselves out of it as soon as possible.
Oui. Dès le début, c'était pas envers Natasha. Bah non. En quoi ça va nous aider. Là. Pour l'instant, je ne vois pas. On parlait de la légende des humains. L'humain est une créature mythique. Ah, c'est ça qui apparaît dans nos histoires et légendes. Il apparaît sous les traits d'une créature sage, gardienne des secrets. Il possède une double nature, chaos de la destruction qu'il engendre. Pour beaucoup de personnes, la clé de le fait que ça exige un prix élevé. Ça va sur ce dévoile ses secrets. Parce que les humains sont les messagers de Napactiti, le dieu du néant. Il représente une forme d'ange et oui, donc elle est morte. Et choqué. Un indice qui pourrait nous aider pour le coffre. Le coffre, ça va être pour plus tard, je pense.
You wrote that down?
It burned into my mind.
Bah du coup, qui...
Stop, step.
Okay.
Furry hell, Marty, I don't want to know.
You wrote that down?
It burned in.
Ah. Il n'y a rien d'autre. Hein. Ouais, on peut pas savoir ça. Oh, j'ai loupé un truc. What? Bah non, on est censé pouvoir faire un truc. Au niveau du cadavre. Oh!
Anything interesting in there?
Yeah, I think there is. SN. Could be the initials of a person, a place, a company, or a club. Too many possibilities. But we must find out where it's from.
Then. C'est tout?
I really...
Well, it's a little late for that. I told you it...
What you told me was it's gonna take a few...
And you believed me.
Yeah, I was in it.
There you go.
Y a rien d'autre. Hein. SN.
We stepped into it, didn't we? What's up, Zip? Quiet.
That's exactly
About the...
I ain't seen nothing. Look,
we're not on duty, Zip.
It's still the same.
And we're...
J'ai déjà dit tout ça.
So,
not a chance.
Sorry, pal.
Bon.
You're very lucky, boys.
Still can't hold it.
Neither on or off duty. But today...
Well, he's a water buffalo.
No, Sonny, just a buffalo.
I wholehearted...
Don't go stirring.
We'll do what we can.
Ah, ou alors appeler... Oh, il y a rien d'autre. Hein. Peut-être que là-dedans...
Nice.
Yeah. It...
Je suis perdu. Pas déjà les numéros de l'eau. Là. Il est où il est 555 932. Peut-être qu'il va pouvoir nous en dire plus. Faudrait...
Molly, my ex-wife. Ironic, but we stepped into it. Oh man, SN. Could be the initials of a person, a place, a company, or a club. Too many possibilities. But we must find out where it's from. Come to daddy, darling. I haven't dusted you off.
SN. Là, tous les personnages. Bon, on n'a rien qui s'appelle SN. SN. Bah non. Bah non, on n'en a aucun. Incroyable ça. C'est que les mêmes trucs. Que les mêmes trucs. D'autres dans le sac, on est d'accord. Hein.
Poor girl.
Yeah, something like...
What are we gonna do about her?
Nothing. We can call the police. Anonymous.
On l'a déjà fait. Je suis totalement perdu. Oui, totalement perdu. La majorité des prédateurs, les gros chats. En vrai, ça pourrait nous aider. Hein. Prédateurs et des gros. Comment on peut résoudre ça? Je suis sans voix. Je pense que l'on va... voilà. Je pense qu'on va s'arrêter là.
You wrote that down?
It burned into my...
Parce que vraiment... Je comprends pas. Je comprends pas, je vois pas où est-ce qu'il y aurait
Look
des
at those
indices.
clothes. Could it be?
Maybe.
Your intuition always astounds me, Marty. Well,
And there you go.
we can't take it.
Yes, sir, Boss Bird, sir.
Bien, on peut en faire cette merde là.
Nice.
Yeah, it really is.
Bordel. Incompréhensible. Ouais. Vraiment, je ne comprends pas. Mais... je ne comprends rien du tout.
Molly. I haven't dusted you off in a while.
Je comprends rien. SN. Et de regarder sur le papier où il est coupé là.
SN. Could be the initials of a person, a place, a company, or a club. Too many possibilities.
On peut jouer. Je savais pas qu'on pouvait jouer.
Nice. Yeah.
Je sais pas en quoi ça pourrait m'aider, mais... Sachez qu'on peut zoomer. Ah! Non, bon, on va s'arrêter là. On va s'arrêter là. Et là, vraiment... Je suis perturbé. Non, je ne comprends pas ce qu'il faut faire. Ils ont tous les mêmes symboles. Ah oui. Tous pareils. Rien. On comprend absolument rien. On va s'arrêter là, mais alors là, on compte comment on s'arrête. Ah. On sauvegarde. Euh, 23h41, c'est l'heure. Si j'arrive à obtenir. D'accord, donc ça sauvegarderait automatiquement. C'est ça que tu es en train de me dire. Pas l'impression. Gonfle d'être lancé comme ça. Voilà. Je ne comprends pas, mais bon, tant pis. On reprendra demain. On reprendra demain dans l'après-midi. Tout ça... J'ai bugué. On prendra peut-être mieux demain. Et là, je suis légèrement perdu.
Do you want to hear some...
Always.
Deputy
Stupid oaf. So
Yeah, hi. And he's in our...
just now.
No, no, no.
Right now. Do you remember our...
That ended up
That's...
truth hurt.
Never mind. Are those two gonna...
I don't know.
I would...
Maybe one day. Well, keep up the good work.
Or the... Thanks, chap.
Perdu. Ah.
Listen, doll, we have some...
Make it quick, boy.
Ah non, y a pas de nouvelles questions.
Don't go...
We'll do what we can.
Eh ouais, mais y a pas de nouvelles questions. Bon, c'est compliqué.
It may not be a good time.
You could.
You can still...
Like hell.
Well,
I hope.
Don't forget to...
Hey,
I...
no use crying over...
Oh putain.
This...
It's not...
What?
Every cop...
That's...
Sorry, Marty.
Well, that's that.
Rien.
Hey, old man.
Still nothing.
Ça ne mène absolument à rien.
So, how...
Not a chance.
Sorry, pal. Maybe...
SN.
Oh, vache. Et les gros chats là. Il veut pas s'arrêter. Hein. Un indice là.
Stop staring at...
Okay.
Furry hell, Marty. I don't want to know.
Putain. Cinq 312. Pour du club. Putain. Ouais. Il n'y a pas de numéro pour contacter les persos, hein. Par certains. c'est majoritairement des prédateurs. Hein. Non, bon bah allez. On va s'arrêter là. Chargé, on est bon, ouais, c'est bien. Bon bah tant pis. Tant pis. Tant pis, on continuera demain. Je comprends pas. Je ne comprends pas ce que je dois faire. Bon, tant pis. Et bah merci quand même d'avoir suivi ce live. Cette première partie. Chicken Police. Chicken Police. Il y a quasiment 4 heures de live. Ah, pour un premier live, c'est pas mal. Pour l'instant, c'est plutôt cool. L'intrigue est chouette. Même si là, premier moment où on voit ce qu'il faut faire, mais bon, tant pis. Les personnages sont cool, c'est bien écrit. Moi, pour l'instant, très satisfait. Hein. On va voir comment ça se dit par la suite. Mais pour l'instant, c'est vraiment très cool. Voilà. Merci à tous d'avoir suivi le premier live. Je vous dis très probablement à demain pour la suite. Et voilà. Sinon, ça sera dimanche pour un live avec Florian sur Halo 2. On essaiera de faire une traite. Voilà, pour dimanche. Merci à tous et à la prochaine. Salut, salut.